What's good? What's good? What's good? Speak Ya Clout Podcast. You got Mike Sears here, with my other co-host, Mobilarity One,
You
Trabo Gigolo,
Oh,
and Coach on 86. He just got back from his training. What's up, son?
what up? What up?
And today we got the first years of the 1990s. We're doing 1991 and 1990, the top 20 albums of those 2 years, and we'll be going all the way to 1999. So hope you all enjoy that. Ready? I'm sure the
sir.
fellas do too. Before we get into that, Mobilarity got something on his mind, man. You want to speak on that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
All right. So apparently, shout out to my dude Spunk Bigger. Spunk Bigger, dope producer from the '90s. He did the Your World Don't Stop, the original version, the AZ joint. I'm friends with
Oh
him on
shit.
Facebook. Yeah, but he said some shit that really bothered me. He said that Beyonce is the female version of Michael Jackson. That
Oh my.
fucking bothered me. That I'm like, son, stop it. I says just straight like that. And we was just going back and forth, back. I mean, it was respectful, but it was just pretty much saying like he was just going based on sales and her accomplishments and shit like that. And I was just saying like, yo, fuck all that, because everybody and their mom is getting $1 million sales and stuff, like doing like sales and stuff like that. But is her music quality music? And I said no. It's quality over quantity. I always felt like she was average. You know what I mean? And I said Sade is better than Beyonce. And then people say, oh, they got class. She got some classics, but I said, damn, I hear like a bad feedback and shit.
Yeah, no, I don't know what the fuck that.
But yeah, so anyways, like I was saying before, so I was saying like, yo, Sade, she's like in a whole different, level than Beyonce. Like Beyonce to me is average, and it's like, oh, she got some classics, but you know, Beyonce is more accomplished than her. Blah 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 blah. Like these niggas are just going based on because they're in the limelight, they're doing this and this, that, and the third. And once you start saying putting like sales, you lost the argument because everybody and their mom today, even Takashi, they outselling a whole bunch of shit. But to me, that don't mean shit. It don't mean shit because if your music is not timely, if it doesn't stand the test of time, that don't mean shit. Look at Vanilla Ice. Look at MC Hammer. Their music, they were selling millions of records. Look where they are now. Fucking doing infomercials and shit for taxes and doing real estate and shit like that. Come on, like who does that?
Real
And
talk,
then
man.
and another thing too, like I know this might offend some people, but because another guy chimed in, kind of like piggybacking what Spunk Bigger was saying, and he mentioned the Beatles, and I said like, well, I feel like the Pink Floyd is better than the Beatles. And then people was just going all crazy. Like, oh, the Beatles, they're the best, blah, 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 blah. But they couldn't even name me one album from them,
Oh, of
you
course.
know?
Like someone like me can debate that.
Yeah. I mean, I respect. Like you said on Facebook that I agree that, Beatles is better than Pink Floyd. But with knowing you, at least you know your shit. These
Yeah,
motherfuckers don't know shit because
I wish
because
both,
I'm
I
pretty
love
sure
both
most
bands.
of them own a fucking Apple iPod or iPhone, and because the Beatles own Apple, is why they going by that. And it's exactly what I feel like is the reason why they'll go for that, because they always go for the gusto, the status quo, and all that shit. Fucking superficial ass niggas, man. I fucking hate that shit. And don't tell me because Jay and Beyonce are black that I have to automatically support them, because I don't give a fuck. If you put out bullshit, I'm gonna call that shit out. This is what it is. I don't give a fuck what color you are. I'm like this fucking celebrity worshiping shit. It has to stop. It's really ridiculous. Like we care more about what celebrity says than what politicians, what our mom and dad say, our mentors are saying, pastors and preachers. I'm just saying that, just etc. Like celebrities have more influence than what people say, and it's like it's really sickening. It really bothers me, dude.
Man.
Amen. Amen, bro.
Like the dick riding, man. It just really bothers me, dude. Like, have your own fucking mind. But Spunk Bigger was real. He said, like, yo, I respect your opinion. I keep it 100. I'm like, I appreciate it. Coming from you. I love your music. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that you did in the past, I respect it. You know what I mean? So coming from you, I respect that. Yeah, that means a lot.
Oh yeah, man. At least you can be civil with niggas.
Yeah. That's my thoughts on that.
I think Ross wants to come on, man.
Hell
Hell yeah.
yeah. Yeah. The more the merrier.
Most definitely.
Sorry for the rambling, but I had to get that off my chest, man. That shit really pissed me off, man. The female
no
mic.
doubt.
What? You're going based on sales? You lost me right there. You lost the argument. Sorry.
Yeah, that's this generation though. Like, I got a friend. She posted like about that 6ix9ine dude saying like he's running the game. He's the king of New York. Based off of what? Because he's getting more clicks on YouTube and sales. I mean, come on now. Guy even admits his music garbage. Everybody knows his music's garbage. That's why he has to do the shit he does to sell a fucking album.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but 20 years from now, nobody's gonna dig that CD up and play it and call it a classic. That ain't gonna happen.
Right.
You know, even 40 years from now, you're gonna still pick up Illmatic and say that was one hot album. That was this. That was that. You're gonna pick up, you know, Ready to Die or All Eyes on Me and all that stuff. The stuff these guys put out right now is just to get the quick cash. They're not in it for the art or longevity.
Right. And like I said last time, like if you're not making money off your craft, get a 9 to 5.
Right. Like Osvaldo, like Osvaldo just said right now, Drake could be considered the best rapper if it was off sales.
Yeah.
And you know, that guy has no classics either. You know, it's not gonna happen. But that's just this generation, man. They worry about the spotlight more than the art form.
That's a fact. I can't argue with that, man.
You know, is Beyonce dope? Yeah, I think she's dope. I don't listen to her music. You know, I listen to Jay. You know, I'm a big Jay-Z fan, but when it comes to female artists, I'll listen to Sade all day, or Janet Jackson, or Toni Braxton.
Yeah,
stuff like that. Beyonce doesn't really. Yeah, it ain't for me.
Right. Shit, Sweetest Taboo alone annihilates Beyonce's discography.
Yeah,
That's right.
Real talk.
I mean, there's no denying Beyonce's, her talent. There's no denying that. But the way people are putting her up high in that pedestal is like it's kind of ridiculous to me.
Yeah. I mean, right now she really has no competition as far as in the singing world. You know, she has no competition. Obviously, she's running it.
Right.
I don't really see any females that came out around her time that are still at that platform, or any even new talent. There's really nobody. I mean, it is what it is. That's probably why this younger generation puts her on that pedestal.
But the thing is too, Spunk Bigger, he's an older cat too, so he's following the young wave. Like he has that mentality, and it's pretty disappointing for him to say that. You know, from somebody of his status. You know.
Right. Yeah, and see, my friend that said that Tekashi dude is running it and this and that. She's in her 30s, but she has that younger mentality, like that. She likes that club music. I guess if you like that shit, go rock with it. I'm too old for that club shit. I don't rock with it.
Right.
But SZA over Beyonce. Hey, Swiss the best. Hey, yeah. SZA's dope.
Ross.
Yo.
Ross.
Good, my brother.
Good to be here. Glad to see everyone.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you for
brother.
joining us, man.
No problem.
All right. Might as well get into it now, man.
All right.
1990, start of the 90s. Y'all can go. Any of y'all can go first, man. What's your number 20?
Can I make a disclaimer?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Mine's a top 17, not 20. I couldn't get 20.
Oh yeah.
Nah,
I
you
told
good.
him there's a lot of shit I don't like in 90.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I only came out with 12, man, so I couldn't really narrow it. I don't have much stuff from 1990.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Same here.
I have like 20 albums, 20 plus albums from 90, but none of them really worth mentioning, but 12.
Right. I got a top 20 for 1990, so I could go first if you guys want.
Go
Sounds
ahead.
good.
All right, cool. Number 20, I put K Solo's first album, Tell the World My Name. I thought that was a pretty dope album. There's some controversy with that album because of the song Spellbound. Apparently, K Solo and DMX was locked up together. And, there's been, reports that DMX, had that style first. But then when K Solo came out out of jail, recorded the album, he actually put it out as a single, and there's a video for that too. So a lot of people think that K Solo came out with that style first, because obviously he came out of jail, and DMX came out after, and then to this day they're beefing because of that. But yeah, it's a dope album. But you got songs like, excuse me, like Your Mom's in My Business, and just the fact that he's part of EPMD, the first artist out of that camp to come out with an album. So I thought that was pretty dope. And it was something different, pretty dope. That's my thought on that.
Nice.
For me, I got this is a female MC that nobody ever mentioned in the past, and unfortunately she had passed away into trouble, and she only came out with one album. And right after the album was released, I think it was like a year later, like she passed away. She suffered from nocturnal epilepsy, and
Who was the MC?
she had MC Trouble.
Oh yeah. She died in like 91, right?
Yeah, she died. Her birthday actually just passed. It was on July 30th.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she died. She died on June 4th, 91, and she suffered from nocturnal epilepsy, and she only had one hit. She had a song called I Want to Make You Mine with the Good Girls. It was like a R&B group back then called the Good Girls,
Right.
and she was I think she was on her way to stardom. Like she was singing, she was rapping, she was dancing, and it was unfortunate, but I know people slept on her because like she only came out with one album and it was like very early, and I feel like she deserves to be mentioned, and she's she's number 20 on my list.
Well, rest in peace, man.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Definitely.
Well, I'll go, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
Number 20 is Intelligent Hoodlum.
Nice.
Tragedy Gaddafi. Dope album, man. I prefer Tragic's later stuff.
Right.
This is worth mentioning. You know what I mean? Tragic Invasion, No Justice, No Peace, Party Animal, Black and Proud. Very political. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I gotta get a hard copy. I don't have a hard copy. I gotta download it. But good album. And definitely worth mentioning for 1990. So that's my number 20. Intelligent Hoodlum, now known as Tragedy Gaddafi. One of my favorite MCs out of Queens.
Yo, Mike. Reg want to join.
All right. I gotta dump the link then.
All right.
Hope it works for him. Who's left? Ross?
Well, I shouldn't really go yet because I've only got 17 onwards. If you know what
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean.
with him on that, man.
Okay.
I'll wait till we get to the higher numbers.
No. Y'all can go so we can just do all of it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you give your last one on the list. You know?
All right. Okay.
Go
I
ahead,
mean, I
bro.
don't mind.
Yeah.
So at number 17, I've got Kid Frost with his first album, His Panic Causing Panic.
Classic.
No problem.
Yeah, most well known for the song La Raza. Yeah, dope album. On that album he kind of has two different styles of rap. He has like the more like chill kind of delivery, and then he has like the more upbeat stuff. One of my favorite songs in the album is the song "Come Together." Yeah, dope album. I'm sure Cold Chillin' can touch more on like the impact of like him coming out in 1990, being an Hispanic rapper and stuff like that. But yeah, just thought it was a dope album and definitely worth mentioning on the list of top albums.
Yeah, I had that as my number 12 because I only picked 12 albums. Kid Frost, Hispanic Causing Panic. I mean, Mellow Man Ace released a year before him, but this one made the biggest impact, like for Latin rap in the game.
Yeah,
And I mean, it's a classic out here to this day. La Raza, you hear that out of black people's cars, white people, like everybody loves that track out here in Cali. And Kid Frost, he's been in the game since the early '80s, breakdancing and everything. But this was his debut album. It was on Virgin Records, I believe.
yeah.
And like Ross said, it was two styles. He had that Mexican hood barrio style, but he also kept the hip hop on some of the tracks too. And it's just a classic. I mean, everybody out here in Cali, even Snoop Dogg threw it on his West Coast Pay Dues album or the West Coast Blueprint album. Even Snoop Dogg made sure to throw that on there because it's a vital track out here in Cali.
And he was like, what, in his late 20s when he dropped that album, like 27, 28, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, if not 20, maybe 30. I mean, the guy's in his 60s now.
Wow.
And he was in the army. He got out, started breakdancing, and just becoming an MC. And he was heavily inspired by Ice-T, Ice Cube. That's why he went with the name Kid Frost. Heavily inspired by the culture out there in New York. I mean, if you hear his underground tracks like Terminator, and he had a Fresh Cut and a couple other stuff, you would have thought he was an MC straight out of New York at that time.
Oh, wow.
And it just kicked it off. And I remember as a kid seeing La Raza on MTV. It was a dope thing, just finally seeing something like that on MTV. So I had that as my number 12 also, Hispanic Causing Panic, the first album from Kid Frost.
Nice.
Dope.
And prayers to Kid Frost. He just had a heart surgery a couple days ago and everything. He's still in the hospital right now, so prayers up to him. Hopefully the OG pulls through with the full recovery.
Definitely.
Reg, you're calling me, brother. That's not gonna work. I need your email.
I got two questions though.
Yo.
Are we allowed to include soundtracks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also want to know, do you consider BBD a hip hop group?
I told you my answer, bro.
All right, well, Steven, do you consider BBD a hip hop group or anybody else?
I mean, to today's standards, they would have been hip hop.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, technically, right? Because technically, I mean, like on every song, they did rhyme on every song. You know what I'm saying? Like for every. So I was just wondering.
I mean, I would say they were hybrid, but yeah, like since it was like a hip hop album by R&B dudes.
Right.
Yeah, I guess you could consider that hip hop. I guess so. Yeah.
Because they're on my list. That's why I wanted to just ask.
If they would have released today, it would have been considered hip hop, not R&B.
Right.
Okay.
All right. We got number 19.
Number 19 for me. I know this is gonna cause a lot of controversy and people are gonna hate, but I have MC Hammer on the list.
Oh,
I
God.
feel.
Nah,
Listen,
man, ain't nobody hating.
hold up before you say anything. People, if you was around in that back in 1990, you
You would have been
know.
playing that shit too.
Yeah, look, I'll be the first one to tell you. I supported MC Hammer. I told them before I supported MC Hammer. I listened to Vanilla Ice back in the day.
Right.
MC Hammer had a major impact on rap because he was the first like rap artist with a mainstream hit with Can't Touch It, and just his live shows alone is better than anybody's live show I've ever seen as far as rap. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen Outkast live, I've seen the Roots live and Jay-Z, and he had a great live show. You know, he had like 40, 50 people on stage dancing and playing instruments, doing everything. Go look it up. Like any performance he gave on, whether it was the Arsenio Hall show or the Grammys or anybody's show, it was always a great live performance. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he was a major part in 1990. He was a major part of rap, and I feel like people they turn a blind eye to him because of what happened later on to him. But if we just talking music, he
I
had
turn
a
a blind
major
eye to
impact.
what?
Hey, try, bro. Hey, that track. Have you seen her? Fucking
Yes,
classic of that album, man.
have you seen like he had joints on his album, and I'm not gonna sit here in front and be like, oh well, I never listened to Hammer and this and that. No, I listened to him. I watch Hammer Time on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock on ABC. You know what I'm saying? So he's still the only rapper that wrote cartoons. You think Kendrick could do that? Jay-Z ain't never even did that. You know what I'm saying? And people don't want to give him props because of what happened later on. Like, yeah, he was wrong for calling out Run DMC and Tribe Called Quest, and he tried to go hard later on. But in 1990, he was the biggest rap star that we had.
Yeah, but that's competition though.
Right.
There's a competitive nature in hip hop to call niggas out.
Yeah.
That's what hip hop's about.
He'll get bad love in Cali. Everybody respect Hammer. Ain't nobody gonna disrespect him out here.
Yeah, you got
Vanilla Ice is a different question though.
He got goons. That's why, like nigga, pussy. I don't respect that nigga. Like you're gonna threaten somebody's life over a fucking misconstrued lyric. Like, come on, son. You know?
Right.
I don't rock with them.
I feel you. I'm just saying, like, he had a major impact on rap at that time, and people ignore him.
I definitely respect your opinion, my nigga. You know that.
Right.
I think when people like Hammer, he took hip hop to a more commercialized level than it was at the time.
Yes.
Like you said, with the cartoon, the lunch boxes, and
I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, but Kid and Play were the first ones to do that too.
Yeah, but Kid and Play were they're the only hip hop group with their own Saturday morning cartoon. Like nobody else has had that.
Yeah. In my opinion, I feel like Kid and Play should deserve a mention before Hammer. Like Hammer, he took it to another level, but Kid and Play laid the blueprint on that.
Oh, they're on my list, but they higher up on my list though.
Right.
You said what?
I said they're on my list, but they're higher up on my list.
Hey, yo, try.
Yeah.
You remember when Kid and Play and Two Live Crew had that beef?
Yeah. I remember that. I was really young when that happened. I don't remember the whole why it happened or whatever.
Because I think basically Kid and Play said Two Live Crew was a bad influence, some shit like that, basically.
Oh God.
And Vanilla Ice also dissed Kid and Play and shit too.
Yeah.
I don't like pussy shit in hip hop. I like that real shit, man. These niggas is even as a kid, I was like, these niggas gay.
But Steven, hey yo, Steven,
What's up?
check out the Kid and Play diss track. Next question. Pete Rock made the beat.
Yes.
Is it on a Funhouse album?
Nah, it's on the Face the Nation album.
Yeah, it's the Funhouse. I think it's Funhouse.
Face the Nation.
Oh, it's the Nation? Oh shit.
That's 91, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I didn't even follow them niggas like that. So
By the way, how's everybody doing?
everybody's
I'm glad to
good.
hear you.
Man.
Glad to hear you, Reg.
Doing good.
Finally, I'm able to be on this damn chat and shit.
Right.
Yes.
The whole fucking show is on here, man.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
By
Hey,
the way,
Reg, give
you said what?
your 20 and 19, brother. Since you missed out.
You said what?
Give your 20 and 19.
Top 20 in 1990? All right, give me a second.
Yeah, to give number 20 and number 19. If you got that much.
Okay. Give me 1 second, because I actually got this list made. I'm just trying to find it.
All right. Then say, anyone else want to go for that 19 or?
Yeah, I got 19. For my 19, I'm gonna go with Granddaddy IU, Smooth Assassin.
Oh,
I
fuck.
think
Forgot about
yeah,
that.
I need a hard copy of that album, man. That album is fucking phenomenal, dude. And just a disclaimer, Biz Markie did not make the beats on the album.
I
He
knew
only
it.
did Soul Touch. He only did Soul Touch. Him and his brother. He said in an interview that him and his brother, they didn't even have the SP 1200 yet. They was just looping records. They were doing pause tapes. So the beats on the album are all pause tapes. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really, really dope. I mean, I just like it's dope because Granddaddy IU, at the time, like 'cause at the time, like the wardrobe at the time in the streets were like like the Lord Nike suits, the track suits and all that, the Sergio Tacchini and all that shit.
Yeah.
Well, the OGs in his hood, because he's from Hempstead, was like, nah, you gotta dress like grown men and shit. So that's why he had like that whole like the suit and the that whole like rich boy look and shit like that whole drug dealer look. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was pretty dope. That was something different. You got joints like the U is smooth, something new. Girl in the mall. I think everybody can relate to that. Where he talked about going to the mall, went to the sneaker store, see this fine ass shorty, trying to kick gains on her, got her number, ended up smashing that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can relate to that. Or even if a girl that you just met that day, then you got some. You know what I mean? Behind bars, sugar free, using the same sample that of Sugar Hill by AZ. Fuck them up, you. And, joints like that. Really, 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 really dope album. Very underrated. Um, Reg, you might know this, but didn't Granddaddy IU have beef with Kane?
Say what? I know. I heard he had beef with Tupac, actually.
Yes, that I know. And Tretch too.
Yes, because he goes for Big Mama from Roxanne Shante.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know about Kane though. Oh shit.
No, I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I'm thinking because they had like similar styles and shit like that. Maybe like they didn't like that. They were like beat bite because like biting at the time was a no back then. So I thought maybe Granddaddy you didn't like that or whatever. He's very outspoken.
Yeah, I don't think they had beef. I'm not seeing anything on Google though.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 19. Granddaddy IU, Smooth Assassin.
Dope choice.
Thank you.
Hey, Mike.
Right. Yo.
I actually found my list. If you don't mind, I can share some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just share number 20 and 19. It's those two.
Okay. Well, number 20 is Lord Finesse's The Funky Technician.
Ooh, dope.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this was the album that kind of started it all for the DITC. Very funky, this has that 1990 sound I like.
Yeah.
For many people, it was the first time they heard Primo.
Right.
Classic songs like Baby You Nasty, Track the Movement, I Keep the Crowd Listening, Funky Technician. Like, this album is classic right here, front and back. Although I would say that The Awakening is his best album, in my opinion, this one is like a very dope album. I love this album.
Stay to my sound wave.
Woo. Right. Number 19, is Compton's Most Wanted. It's a Compton thing.
Oh yeah.
Nice. I got that on my list too.
Same here.
This album could have been, this album could have been higher, but the reason why it's at 19 because I felt like the mixing sucked on this album.
Yes.
Because, like, for example, the song like Late Night Hype, I didn't like the way that song was mixed because the way they just put that Rick James sample, I can barely hear MC8's voice and shit like that. But This Is Compton, One Time Gafford 'Em Up, like, fucking classic album. But I felt like Straight Checking Them, they found their sound with that one.
Word.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. And I guess I'll go then. Number 19 for me is K Solo, To the World My Name.
Ooh.
Yeah, I prefer his second album, but this is dope. Spellbound, Fugitive, The Moms of My Business. Dope album, man. I love it. Dope shit. That's my number 19. K Solo, Tell the World My Name.
K Solo, man.
Man, next one on my list was King T, At Your Own Risk.
Ooh,
Oh.
Now that one out here in Cali, man, and I was just a youngster, man, but when the family parties and everything, this album was played at a lot of house parties and everything like that back in the day, and it still is. It still gets spin on the weekends on the little mixes at night. Yeah, King T's one of those West Coast cats that never really got his props for what he did.
It played like
King T still get love. That's dope.
Man, King T's so fucking consistent. It's not even funny.
Yeah, man. He had some crazy albums. Even his last album, Still Trifling, that came out just a few years ago, was pretty dope.
Yeah, in my opinion, I said this before Coach Chillin', that I love that album so much. I don't want King T to come back with another album.
Oh, the Still Trifling?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, and again, my boy Kurt, Psychedelic Records, he's the one who put it out. He paid King T to do that album. I don't know how much he paid him, but he's the one who put it out and everything. And when it dropped out here in Cali, it wasn't like all over social media or anything. It was back on the streets like it was in the old days. So the swap meets, the mom and pop shops, it was flying off the shelves everywhere once people saw it.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
All right, Rod. Are you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
You want to go, Ross?
Yeah, so for me, it's number 16 that I'm up to. At number 16, I've got Too Short with Short Dogs in the House.
Yes.
That's on my list too.
That's on my list too, boy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would probably have it higher. I can definitely see it being higher on other people's list. But yeah, I think this is the first. I like Too Short's first two albums, but I really like this one more. Like, I think he was getting better and better. Going into the 90s, he would continue to grow as an artist and get better production, start working with Van Banks and all that kind of stuff.
Do it live, dude.
On this album, you had songs like The Ghetto, which is like still one of his most famous songs. It's like a conscious kind of but still really to this day.
You woke me up yesterday at 7. Me and Shmo.
There's also some outside production. You got Serge working on that song with Ice Cube. What was it called? It Ain't Nothing But a Word to Me. That song. Yeah. Classic. Yeah. Overall, just a great album. And like I said, I think Too Short was continuing to improve. And definitely an OG as far as Bay Area rap goes.
Yo, Ross, on that album, that's when he started sampling, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That's when what?
I said on that album, that's when Too Short started sampling because I remember like the first two, like his earlier albums, like he was like using a lot of synths and 808s and shit.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
with the Short Dogs in the House, like he started sampling, like hip hop and sampling,
Yeah.
songs and stuff.
Short Dog in the House was probably my dad's favorite Too Short album. He played the shit out of Hard on the Boulevard, Ghetto, It's Your Life, all kinds of man. That album's filled with classics. Pimpology.
All right. We got number 18, man.
Number 18 for me is Kid Frost, Hispanic Causing Panic. I actually listened to this album yesterday for the first time ever.
Nice.
9
Oh,
solid
really?
tracks. Yes, I never listened to it before, and I definitely wanted to listen to it. And it's, it's 9 solid tracks from beginning to end. La Raza, Hold Your Own, Homicide, Yastuvo, all banging. I definitely suggest people check it.
Yastuvo was dope, man. How he flipped it in Spanish, but then translated in English for the ones who couldn't speak Spanish.
So
Love that.
Corny video, but it was a dope track though.
Yeah. That's my number 18.
All right. I'll go Isham, Boom Words from Hell.
nice.
I know it like the red tape was 89, but like the album on CD I think was 1990.
Yeah.
Ross can help me with that.
Yeah, I actually didn't include it for that reason.
Yeah, I just had to.
In 89. Yeah.
I had to. Fuck it. You know? This is like drug dealing, gangster shit mixed with the wicked shit he does, the acid rap. Isham's booming. I love that shit. You know.
Yeah.
My Nine Rhymes, Devil's Groove, Knocking Them Dead. Pussy Ain't Got No Face. Love that shit, man. Isham's a fucking legend. Y'all niggas need to get up on him. If y'all not,
Lord. For the Suicidalist.
Yes. Well, yeah, my favorite song on the whole album.
Yeah.
So number 18 for me, Isham, Boom Words from Hell.
All right. My number 18 is a group that I don't really hear too many people talk about. I think they're very underrated, but I feel like they definitely contribute to the culture, and that is Poor Righteous Teachers, Holy Intellect, 1990. Known for the songs Rock This Funky Joint. They're straight out of Trenton, New Jersey, which I think is like central New Jersey. If you guys like Brand Nubian, like content wise, then you would like Poor Righteous Teachers. I just want to say rest in peace to Tony D and Father Shahid. Rest in peace to them both. Tony D is definitely one of the most illest producers in hip hop. He doesn't get his just due. Very, very dope. He got joints like Strictly Ghetto, which is probably like my favorite song off the album. Shaquilla, Time to Say Peace, Worth in the Rise, Butt Naked Booty Bless. I mean, this album is just phenomenal, man. Very, very, very dope. And what's dope about them is Wise Intelligent, man. Like the way he uses like kind of like patois with with his rapping and stuff like that is like very dope. Like really gangster. Really, really dope. Yeah, that's Holy Intellect, Poor Righteous Teachers. That's my thoughts on that. That's number 18 for me.
Dope. Trapper, you giving number 18 or? Try. Who's next?
I don't know. It's up to you.
I'm just waiting. I can hear Trapper. Is he there?
Yo. You there, man?
I can't hear him.
You can hear me though, right?
I can hear you.
I can hear you,
Can
man.
y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear Reg. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's crazy yourself.
I just got the coupe, kill my landlord in the mail. Opening that bitch right now.
Oh, very nice.
I'm talking about, I don't know who, man. Like, it's hard to tell you, man. It was like, yeah, like,
I could never get into them. The cool,
like,
I tried. It just
like,
never
I was
registered for me.
Tierra, man. I was into that. I did
I
talk
have
to
their
her.
second album,
You know, yeah, but like, who
Genocide.
else?
Genocide.
I don't talk to a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
I talked to you and Shamar. That's it.
That's a dope album cover.
And Jermaine, but I was like, man.
All right, I
Like,
guess Austin, Coach Hill can go with that number of what 17 or whatever, 16. I don't know what y'all up to.
Yeah,
17.
my next one, I got Digital Underground. Next Factor.
Classic.
Yep.
It was dope. I mean, Humpty Dance, that's forever a party favorite. I don't care who you are, that's always gonna rock the party, man.
Mm.
But it had like other tracks that like,
she does like so much. I'm like, girl, no.
who else? What other? Gutfest,
Oh, I
Danger
do
Zone.
what you do too.
They did a lot for the Bay Area and especially for the West Coast. So I had to throw them on the list.
And you know what? At number 15, I have exactly the same album as well, Nine Sex Packets. So that's two like kind of albums that we've got kind of like at the same time. I thought that was interesting. Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. Just a really fun album. The Way We Swing, really fun song. Do What You Like, everyone knows that. Packet Man, songs like that. I prefer the next couple of albums they would come out with, but Sex Packets
I
is
don't know.
the album.
I agree with you, Ross.
Yeah.
We got fine for his ass, man. We can told you, man.
Hold on. So I would say my number 18. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say my number 18 is Legal by Special Ed.
Oh, I got that on my list.
Yeah, I just recently heard this album too, and something about Special Ed's voice I fuck with. Like, he has that confidence, that braggadocio vibe I like about his voice. Like, there's dope songs like Come On, Let's Move It, The Mission, I'm the Magnificent, the remix. Like, definitely a dope album, a feel-good album for 1990.
Yeah, I need to
All
get
right.
that album, but that shit goes for stupid money online, yo.
I only got the 95, the Revelations or whatever.
I told you.
Well, great album.
To that cat to the perfect.
You got number 18, Try? Did you do number 18 or?
I was like, find again.
You do your
Number 17. Number 17 for me.
She talking about I like she was talking about
So Bound, Fugitive, Moms in My Business. I think he was the most slept on from the hit squad.
But
Yeah, that's my number 17.
You gave me number 18, right?
Yeah, it was Kid Frost.
Oh yeah. All right. Number 17 for me is King T, At Your Own Risk, man.
dope.
Nice.
Yeah, got the Japanese pressing of that. Because for a long time I wanted his shit, man. Stop the Steven for letting me know that they got repressed.
Yeah,
They just recently got repressed, right? Like a year ago or so.
Yeah,
a
man.
couple years ago, I think. Maybe.
Yeah. And I think they're like hard to get again, a lot of those Japanese represses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My introduction was Just Dipping in '95. You know what I mean? But
Oh yeah.
people had the tapes and he got into them. And At Your Own Risk is banging, man. Play Like a Piano with Cube. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Scandalous. Title track, just a banging out. Love it. So, number 17 for me is King T, At Your Own Risk.
Good.
And y'all gentlemen are welcome to go.
All right, my 17 is Paris's debut album, The Devil Made Me Do It, that came out in 1990. Very underrated album. I need to copy this album. Very dark. I love the production. It's something different for 1990. It kind of has like a techno feel to it, like a deep house techno feel to it, like a garage techno. But with a hip hop twist to it. But it's dark. I mean, I fucking enjoy that joint. You got songs like Scarface Groove, This Is a Test, Ebony, Brutal, The Hate That Made Hate, Mellow Madness, Escape from Babylon. I mean, very political, if you guys like Public Enemy, like you like that kind of like militant, you know, conscious hip hop, then you'll definitely enjoy Paris's Devil Made Me Do It. It's an acquired taste based on the production. It might not be for everybody, but if you're like eclectic, you have a good ear. I think you would enjoy Devil Made Me Do It. Like I said, something different for 1990. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Very dope album, very underrated. That's my thoughts on that.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
That's on my list too. It's coming up later.
I hang with man, and you're like,
So
All right.
we were just about that.
Anybody else got 17?
You down for number 17, Reg?
Can't hear you, man.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me?
I
I
can
can
hear you.
hear you, Mike. Yeah.
can y'all hear me now?
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
trying to
there we
that
go.
shit. That pisses me off when niggas can't hear me. I get really pissed. Oh,
No, it's all
because
good.
I want to make sure the show is okay, you know?
I think we can hear you, Reg. Yeah.
All right, so my number 17 is Too Short, Short Dogs in the House.
Nice.
Yeah, one more can be said about this album. One of Too Short's most important albums to date. Like, very funky as hell. Like, I feel like some of A.M. Banks' best beats are on this album. Favorite song is the one he did with Ice Cube.
I don't
A
think
bitch.
Banks has any production on this album. I don't think he didn't start working with Too Short until the next album.
Oh,
Shorty the
shit.
Pimp. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because a lot of the production on this album was actually Too Short himself. With,
Yeah, you got
um,
Short and Sir Jinx, DJ Pooh, but
Yeah.
there's no Banks on here.
Oh, shit, I'm tripping.
that came later. Yeah.
Oh, good though.
yeah.
But anyway, favorite song is like Ain't Nothing But a Word to Me with Ice Cube. Definitely a fucking dope ass song and shit like that. Pimpology. Paula and Janet, like this is definitely Too Short at his best, in my opinion. Funky album.
Yeah, that's next on my list. Also was Short Dogs in the House. I mean, The Ghetto, still probably one of his best and most important tracks of his career.
Absolutely.
It just kept it real. It was raw, and
that
then
video?
Short but funky. Love Short but funky. The beat on that alone was just incredible.
And the thing about the Ghetto as well, it's like it proved to everyone that he was more than just like a pimp rapper. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, he didn't even have to cuss on that track or nothing, and it was still just real as fuck.
And that song just has a good vibe to it. It's a chill vibe.
It does.
I love the video, too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right. Number 16. For me, Above the Law, Living Like Hustlers.
Yeah.
I got that on my list too.
That shit is fire, man.
Hey, today's Cole 187's birthday too, man. So happy birthday.
Shout out.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, happy birthday, man.
Happy born day. 487. RP KMG. Murder Rap is so fucking dope. That video too.
Oh yeah, with the cops storming the house and stuff.
Yeah. Another Execution. Oh my god. Love that shit. Ballin'. Dope album. Love it.
Oh yeah.
So number 16, Above the Law, Living Like Hustles on Ruthless Records, man.
What?
Number 16 for me is I just added them, Belle Biv DeVoe. I wasn't sure if they even was eligible because I had to make sure they could. Because they technically rapped on every song. They did have their little R&B joints, but to do what they did, coming from a legendary R&B group like New Edition and the Golf solo on their own as their group, and when they even thought themselves that they wasn't gonna make it as a group, and to do what they've done, I've seen them live in concert. They put on a great show, and back then I remember watching Video Music Box and watching the Poison video for the first time, and I was like, what is this? Like, what happened to New Edition? Like, did they break up? And later you find out that they were coming out with their own little super group, and it was like nothing I never seen before. Like the fashion, the dancing, the videos, the whole. They had their own swagger back then, and like even now, it's like I never seen any group like them before, and to do what they've done and come out with a classic first album, in my opinion. She's dope, and BBD, I thought it was me, Poison. Everybody knows Poison.
Yeah.
And definitely love this album. I still play it, and that's definitely my number 16.
G-Rap voice sampled on that Poison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That video's in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that fucking song.
Yeah.
I would have to say my number 16. I don't know if it counts, but the Ghetto Boys' self-titled remix album.
I got it on here. Fuck it.
Yeah, I have it on here too. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure it counts and shit, but yeah, I fucking love the way this remix is assembled. I felt like the mastering on this one was much better than the previous two albums.
Yeah.
Trigger Happy Nigga, Fuck 'em, Assassins, like Let a Hoe Be a Hoe, like definitely dope album and shit. Love this album. Yeah, and it actually, I think it was like one of their breakthrough albums, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this was released on Deaf American, which was Rick Rubin's new label at the time.
Facts.
You gotta send that to Wanya, Triborough.
Yeah, for
Let her
sure.
hear that. That bitch be pissed.
My 16, I'm gonna go with Brand Nubian's debut album, One for All. I fucking love this album. Again, just like Pro Righteous Teachers, man, like, the whole 5% Nation, I love that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not a 5%er, but, I've always, like, been curious about their culture and stuff like that, their way of life and stuff like that. Love the production on the album. I love the fact that they did most of the beats themselves. Dante Ross did a couple of beats on here. All for One, that's probably like one of my favorite songs from the album. Everybody's heard Slow Down. Wake Up, which is very controversial. Feel So Good. Brand Nubian, the self-titled track. Wake Up, dope video. That song, that video got banned because it showed like the white devil in a TV room and stuff like that. So MTV banned it. You know what I'm saying? So that was
Fuck
controversial.
MTV.
Yeah, right. But you can find that on YouTube or Daily Motion. It's crazy because with this album, they were actually beefing with each other, and it was because of really Grand Poobah. Because Grand Poobah at the time, like he was like what Drake is now. Like he was like the top dog and shit. Like he was the dude that had the fashion, and he brought Tommy Hilfiger out in the open. Like he made Tommy Hilfiger popular and stuff like that. So his ego was so up high, like it affected the group's the chemistry of the group. It got to the point with him, like he would come late to the studio sessions and stuff like that. Like he would come first, pay the engineer, and record his vocals. And by the time that they came, he was like, "Yo, the session's over." You know what I mean? So it was bullshit like that. You know what I mean? So that's why they came to a beef and stuff like that. And that's why like certain songs, like Sadat X has a couple of solo tracks like Concerto and X Minor. Grand Poobah has Step to the Rear, Wake Up Dummies, Wake Up the Stimulated Dummies mix. Step to the Rear, like I said. Lord Jamar has Dance to My Ministry, joints like that. But overall, very, very dope album. It's not my favorite album from them, but it's definitely a dope album that definitely should be mentioned in hip hop. I don't really hear it being mentioned too much, which is unfortunate. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Brand Nubian's debut album, One for All.
Well said, my brother.
Thank you.
All right. Did Ross and Coach Young, y'all went, right?
Yeah, because mine was that Too Short album.
I don't really
Yeah.
talk about him on that shit.
All right. Number 15. Lord Finesse and DJ Mike Smooth, Funky Technician.
Nice.
Nice.
Love that album, man. those punchlines, man. Even for 1990, that's amazing. You know.
Oh yeah.
Um. Keep it flowing. Lesson to be taught. Street for the ladies. Fuck the title track, Funky Technician, my favorite song on that album. Definitely dope. I prefer his later work, but
Right.
I put it for 1990 because 1990 was a struggle year. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit I didn't like, and not a lot, but I didn't like, and so it's hard to make the list. But yeah, man.
Right.
Lord Finesse, DJ Mike Smooth, Funky Technician, man, representing DITC.
Right.
This one for me would have to be on the House Party soundtrack. I think it's a classic soundtrack. It was the soundtrack had full score, producer, Flav, Flavor Flav. We had a Freeman on Black People, and I feel like everybody remembers House Party like that. So props and
I can barely hear. I can barely hear you, man.
Yeah, the music.
Whoever's TV that is, it's over. It's a little too loud.
Yeah, whoever got the TV, just mute that shit, yo. I'll mute the mic until Trevor rolls on.
You hear me?
It was what you say, House Party soundtrack?
Yeah, the House Party soundtrack, definitely classic soundtrack from 19.
The next one, I'm gonna go with Above the Law, Living Like Hustlers. You know, I know some of y'all already had it on the list, and some of y'all haven't said it yet. But you know, a lot of people debate saying that Big Hutch and the rest of them, like Graffiti said, rest in peace, King G, birth G-Funk rap before Dre, Chronic, and everything came out. But Above the Law is just one of those slept-on groups. They're known but unknown. They never really went commercial, but they stayed in the streets heavily.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm going to come in and share my number 14 on my list. I've got CPO's To Hell and Black.
I got that too.
Yeah, for those who don't know, CPO stands for Capital Punishment Organization. This was a group that was mentored. The album was actually produced by MC Ren. So yeah, they're MC Ren affiliates basically. The main rapper was a guy called Lil Nation, and he would go on to become he basically took the group of the name of the group after they split up. So he became CPO, also known as CPO Boss Hog, and he signed to Death Row and all this other stuff. The album itself, very dope. The main single was Ballad of a Menace, which features a MC Ren verse. Some other really good songs on there, like Something Like This, which is very fast paced, kind of shows what Lil Nation can do, sort of spitting wise. Yeah, really good album. Has, if you like that early West Coast kind of style with the samples and just kind of the different feel of the album, I think it's a great album. Very underrated. Another one of those ones. No one really talks about it. It's definitely a gem, a West Coast gem. So yeah, that's To Hell and Black by CPO. That's at number 14 on my list.
Yeah, man. Homicide, Ballad of a Menace, Gangsta Melody. Whew. Oh my God.
This beat is funky. That which Lada Darkman also used on a song. I can't remember which one it was, but that little sample, I can't remember. But yeah, yeah, dope.
You reviewed that. You reviewed that, Ross.
I did actually, yeah. So if you want to hear me talk about it in more detail, you can check it out there.
That should go for so much money online, man. It's crazy, man.
I did that. Yeah, that sucks. I didn't pay that much for it, which is good, but yeah, that came out on Capitol Records, which was King T was on at the time as well. So.
Right. All right. Ironically, Cold Chillin', my number 15 is also Living Like Hustlers by Above the Law, man. Such a dope album, man. The beats, they sound like very ahead of its time. It doesn't even sound like from 1990. It sounded like maybe like 92, 93, but that's how dope those songs are, man. My introduction to Above the Law was actually from the Black Mafia Life album from
Yeah,
'92.
classic.
Yeah, man. I need to get my hands on that album, but
I got that
yeah,
bitch.
you got shit, lucky bastard.
Rough
Um,
as shit.
Yeah, I have it too.
y'all lucky. I hate y'all. But nah, but getting back to living like hustlers, man. Love the production. Um, murder rap. You know, definitely like their like standout songs like that. I guess it's like their trademark songs, like what people know them for is murder rap. Was featured on Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas.
Oh
It
yeah.
was also featured on Pineapple Express with Seth Rogen. Very dope movie. You got songs like Another Execution, Menace to Society, the last song with NWA, Flow On, Freedom of Speech. I mean, the whole album you could play throughout skipping it without skipping a track. Like that's how dope that shit is. Hutch, shout out to Hutch, very underrated as a producer. In my opinion, I feel like he's the one that gave Easy his sound in his later albums. Meaning, um, the It's On, even though that was an EP, but I feel like that was more of an album than an EP.
Yeah, I get a more
You know,
album feel from that also.
yeah, that yeah, they're straight off the streets of motherfucking Compton. I mean, joints like that, man. But Hutch he's definitely an underrated producer that doesn't get the just due that he deserves. I think he should be up there with the likes of the Dr. Dre's, the DJ Quicks, the Battle Cats, and stuff like that. That's just my personal opinion. But his stuff always tend to be more dark, and you guys know me. I always like dark beats, so that's just my show and my bias. But yeah, that's number 15. Living Like Hustlers by Above the Law. Highly recommended.
Yeah, Big Hutch out here in Cali gets so much love. He works a lot with the essays now, man, in the Chicano
Oh,
rap
that's
world.
dope. That's dope. That's
He's
dope.
all over their albums, producing and singing their hooks and everything, man. He works a lot with the essays out in LA.
That's dope.
Yeah, I know. When they were both on Ruthless, he worked with Kid Frost quite a few times as well.
Yeah. Yeah, when Kid
Oh, shit.
Frost dropped Smile Now, Die Later on Ruthless.
Yeah.
I've always liked that album cover, the Smile Now, Die Later, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always liked that cover for some reason. It looks dope.
Classic album, man. That album was just that's another year. That's gonna be on my list for 90. I think that one came out 95?
Yeah, it was 95.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, it's gonna be on my list. So we'll get into that one on another episode.
All right, Reg, you got to do 15, right?
Yeah.
All right.
My number 15 is Digital Underground Sex Packets.
Yeah.
And I recently told you, Mike, I had a new appreciation for this album.
Yeah.
Just how dope the beats were. Like my favorite
Oh,
song
the beats are
is,
fire. I love the beats.
yes. They don't even sound like it's from 1990 and shit. Like my favorite is Freaks of the Industry.
Oh yeah.
Love that song. Sex Packets with that Prince sample they used. Do What You Like, Rhythm of the Funk. Like this album is so fucking dope and shit like that. Like Shaka G does not get the credit he deserves as a producer. It's crazy.
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
He doesn't get his credit as a producer or as a rapper, man. I've always liked Shock,
Facts.
man. He always does his thing, and for helping Tupac get into the industry and everything,
Yeah.
Shock G's always passed up on.
And he Stretched his cousin too. Stretch from Live Squad. Rest in peace to Stretch, by the way.
Right.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, they're cousins. Shock G, he's from Queens originally. He's from Hollis.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then they moved to then I think Stretch and them, they moved to the Bay Area. And then that's how like Tupac and that's how they met, and the rest is history.
All right. Did you give yours, Coach Chillin, your next joint, or?
My next joint was Compton's Most Wanted. Again, we touched on it earlier. It was the first time you heard MCA and the Chill and the rest of them. And it was such a dope album. Late Night Hype. I love it. I love part 2 better though rather than part 1. And you had Doug Sick and supposedly, you know, they were doing subliminals at DJ Quick on the album because they was beefing on the underground, and that's what sparked it. So I mean, I had to throw that on the list.
Word.
Oh yeah. All right, number 14. Boogie Down Productions, Entertainment for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my list too.
Yeah, man, dope album. I love the way it's sequenced and the skits.
Oh,
You know, the
this
executive day and shit like that. House niggas.
fucking campus crossing.
Love's Gonna Get You. Love that. I remember hearing that back in the day when I was little. My uncle would play that shit all the time. The Kenny Parker Show. Incredible.
Oh, that joint.
Hell yeah. Dope album. One of my favorite BDP albums. KRS did his thing on here. Dope album. So, 14 is Boogie Down Productions, Entertainment, 1990.
Number 14 for me, from the BX, D Nice. I never hear nobody mention this dude. I think he was an underrated lyricist back then.
Yes, sir.
You know, he had the big hit, Call Me D Nice, Crumbs on the Table. I loved his flow. The production was solid. And, you know, it's just a shame that he never, like, got the props that he deserved, but he's getting it now. So that's my number 14.
Word.
Yeah, and of course he was actually affiliated with BDP.
Yeah,
Right.
I was just about to say that. Yup.
My name is D Nice.
Yeah, that sounds dope. But I never heard the album. I need to check out the album, but I like that
Yeah,
song.
same. I like that song too.
Same here, bros. Yeah, my number 14. It's not an album, it's more of an EP, but I feel like it definitely needs to be mentioned, especially for this year, 1990. It's NWA's 100 Miles and Running.
Oh,
Next
fuck.
one too.
I love this EP. To me, it kind of is like the precursor. It's kind of like an appetizer to show you what to come for the next album, Niggas for Life, which I will be. It's on my list for 1991. That's just a little spoiler alert. But this EP, man, I mean, you know, obviously they're going at the whole EP is dedicated to Ice Cube because he left the group because he was the smartest one. But it is unfortunate that Ice Cube didn't practice what he preached because he's ended up doing that to his other artists, but that's a whole different story. We'll talk about that on the Ice Cube breakdown. But anyways, very dope. Love the production. A lot better than Straight Outta Compton, in my opinion. You know, love the production. They were like more sample based. You know, the self-titled track, Just Don't Bite It. Real Niggas, which ended up being on Niggas for Life. I think that was like the best song of the album. I like that version better than the one on the album. I like the intro, kind of it's like more atmospheric in the sense. Surprise Part 2. I mean, the whole EP is very dope, man. Very dark. I love the production. You know what I mean? It's like very aggressive, in your face. MC Ren definitely steps it up. Everybody steps it up. It's like more lyrical. I mean, you can't go wrong with this EP, man. And that's just my thoughts on 100 Miles and Running.
Since that's next on my list, I'm gonna touch up on that too. You know, they didn't have the full album ready, but they had to release something because Ice Cube, you know, was out of the group. America's Most Wanted was out that year. You know, they had to do something, even though they had to just release it real quick to prove
Right.
it's still intact. They still had it. You know, MC Ren, a lot of weight was on his shoulders after Cube left. I mean, yeah, they had DOC around, but a lot of weight was on his shoulders to pretty much carry the group now that Cube had left. And I think they did fucking amazing with 100 Miles and Running.
Facts.
That's a dope choice.
Thank you. All right, next person.
Reg, you ready for 14?
Sure. I'm gonna go with the Intelligent Hoodlums' first album.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Like, this could have been in my top 10, but this album grew on me recently. It was the Illmatic before Illmatic, if you want to say the least.
Word.
Like, Large Professor, he did thing on most of the production on this album. Like, and then you had like Intelligent Hoodlums, like his flow and the way like he put his concepts together was so ahead of his time in 1990. Like, very dope album and shit. Arrest the President, fucking classic album, classic song.
Love that joint.
No Justice, No Peace. Even the first track, Intelligent Hoodlum. Yo, Steven,
What's up?
did Large Professor or Molly Mall did the first song?
The Intelligent Hoodlum?
Yeah, I heard different versions of that.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I heard people say Molly Mall did that song. I heard people say Large Professor did that song.
That to me sounds more like a Lost Professor beat.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you listen to Wonder Dead or Alive, like Coogee Rap, like if you listen to the production on that album and then you listen to Intelligent Hoodlum, you could kind of tell who made who, like who made who and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like for production. So
Okay, I just wanted to know.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah.
I'm done on that one.
Okay.
All right. Want to go, Ross?
Yeah, sure. At number 13 for me, I've got CMW. If it's a Compton thing. Not much more to add on from what you guys were saying earlier about it. Dope album. I agree that they got better with their subsequent albums, but it was still a really good beginning of their career. You know, just really, I love the way that they made albums. You know what I mean? Like, you really feel, you know, Compton when you listen to their music. You know what I mean? It's very atmospheric,
Yes.
and MC is very vivid with his lyrics and stuff like that. And yeah, just a very dope album. Late Night Hype. I really like that song. I think it's perfect, like cruising music. You know what I mean, at nighttime. Even though I do agree, like the mixing on the album's not the best, but still a dope album anyway. And yeah, that's my number 13.
Oh yeah. All right. I gotta go to number 13 now. I'm gonna say I had Master Ace Take a Look Around.
Ooh.
And as much as I love Master Ace, that nigga gotta get hip tossed the fuck out of here because 100 miles running, the 100 miles running, I forgot about that. That album, that EP means a lot to me, yo. You know, I used to get in trouble for bumping that shit. You know what I mean? My mom was like, "Turn that shit down, yo." You know what I mean? Just Don't Bite It. Love that shit. Title
Word.
track 100 miles and run. Even like the surprise niggas and all that shit, the like little commercial they call it. That shit was fire, man. So I gotta put 100 miles and running for my 13 instead of Master Ace. You know, I love that album. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, niggas with attitudes took his place, man. 100 miles and running. P.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Number 13 for me is Moni Love, another underrated artist. I've never been a female artist like that. And you know, coming from London, I feel like I think that's why she got slept on because she was from another country, and you know, I think it was hard for her to really break through in America.
Yeah.
You know, but I remember Going in the Middle. That was the big hit from her first album, and you know, It's a Shame. And, like, you know, she had more personality than you know at that time, and you know, unfortunately, like she got overlooked for like Queen Latifah and Light, but I feel like she definitely needs to be mentioned in this, and that's my number 13.
All right.
Word. My number 13 for me would be King T's second album, At Your Own Risk. Just like everybody said, very dope album. I feel like with this album he stepped it up, you know, on the production as well as the lyrics too. The first album was cool, but it's just not my favorite. I do understand its you know, significance in hip hop, but it's just not my favorite. But this album right here, like, I mean, you got, you know, DJ Pooh, E Swift, who later on worked with the Alcoholics. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, man. Some of the songs like the self-titled joint, on the dance tip, Scandalous, Take You Home, Diss You, Can This Be Real remix, E Get Swift, Do Your Thing, Clean Key Production, Play Like a Piano. Very, very, very dope, man. Love this joint. That's just my thoughts on that. Shout out to DJ Aladdin as well.
There we go.
Word.
It's funny. On the game, it's funny.
Ray, you want to do number 13?
Sure. I'm gonna go with, ironically, Master Ace's "Take a Look Around."
Yeah, man. Dope album.
Yeah, very slept on. It's crazy because this is actually his most slept on, in my opinion. I don't hear nobody talking about this.
I had a great chance to get it too, but I didn't get it. That's really out of print.
Goes for stupid
Yeah.
money, too.
Yeah,
I was
man.
lucky. Yeah, I was lucky just to get the 1995 reissue too. So
Oh shit, you lucky nigga.
You're lucky.
yeah. But back to
Yo,
the
Red.
album. Yo,
Ray, before you start, on your version, does it have Postin' High, or did they take that off?
man, they took that shit off, man.
Oh, what the fuck, son?
Those
Seriously?
fucking assholes at Reprise took that shit off.
Oh, you know why? Because they probably couldn't clear the Crusader sample.
Yeah.
That's like the best song off the album, son.
I was just glad they didn't take out Brooklyn Battles though, because that's my favorite song.
Word.
I hate when niggas
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. it
Yeah.
sucks.
Imagine if they took some of these whack ass songs from these albums today and shit, but niggas will have a riot. There would actually be quality music. They took like most of these whack songs off these reissues and shit, but
Right.
I digress. But anyway,
All right.
yeah, I felt like with Master Ace, he does not get the credit he deserves when it comes to reinvention.
Facts.
Like people always talk about Kanye reinventing himself, but his first album is probably like the most conventional album he came out in his discography, one of the most.
Right.
Like with songs like Moving On, Me and the Biz, where he does a dope ass Biz Markie impersonation.
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn
With that
Battles.
Ugly ass puppet though.
Right. They're like fucking Cousin Skeeter.
Oh shit. Yes, nigga.
Shit, but yeah. But I fuck with this song the most. I fuck with Maybe Next Time next to Brooklyn Battles. I love that song too. But yeah, very dope album. An album that was at like the tail end of Marty Marl's tenure on Cold Chillin', to say the least.
Mm.
All right, Coach Chillin' and Ross. Y'all up next.
Yeah, my next one I'm gonna go with Lighter Shade of Browns, Brown and Proud.
Oh shit.
They're known for On a Sunday Afternoon and Latin Active. That was their radio hits, their MTV hits that they made it on Yo MTV Raps and all the other shows back then.
I don't think he's here.
But slept on album as far as hip hop wise, but here in Cali it's a classic. Rest in peace DXX. But Lighter Shade of Brown's always gonna get played every Sunday, whether you're white, black, Hispanic, it don't matter. It's on every damn hip hop station, every damn old school station, every damn oldies station. Like they just show love. It was such a perfect song for Cali vibe. Latin Active. Back then, it was in the clubs. Even now, they did some good sampling on that one. TJ Knights had a good story to it. It was just, compared to his Kid Frost, Hispanic Causing Panic, I want to say, coming from where I grew up, Lighter Shade of Brown was just that more real music as far as growing up. It wasn't so much gangbanging stuff.
Right.
It was still it expressed how the hood was for Hispanics back then, and that's why I had to throw it up there.
No doubt.
Yeah, for me, next up for me it's number 12. I got Boogie Down Productions with Edutainment. This is actually my least favorite Boogie Down Productions album, believe it or not.
Oh,
But it's still
killing me. Killing me.
Yeah, for me, I'm not like a big fan of a lot of the production on this album. It's just my personal opinion. But it's still a dope album. You know, Black Man in Effect is a great song. Kenny Parker's Show, Beef, where he's talking about, you know, eating beef and like how the cow is killed and all this kind of stuff. Pretty dope song. Yeah. Dope album for sure. I just prefer the other stuff, the other BDP albums. But yeah, still a dope album. I definitely highly recommend checking it out, and it's number 12 on my list.
All right. Number 12 for me is Paris, Devil Made Me Do It.
Dope.
Amazing album, man. It's like, you know, a lot of people say, oh, it sounds dated. You know, for me, this sounds fresh for 1990.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like the sound, even though the LA riots happened 2 years later, that could be like the soundtrack to that. It's just dark and chaotic, this album.
Yes.
Scarface Groove, Panther Power, Break the Grip of Shame. Just a dope ass album. I have the reissue, but when I rip it to my iTunes, I change it to the OG cover because I like that better. They're like dark.
Yeah.
And I love that shit. So yeah, man, Paris, the Devil Made Me Do It. 1990. Me and Ross talk about this shit a lot back in the day, man. I would love a Cuban Paris album in that time frame. That shit would have been nuts.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Paris and MC Ren like in 93.
Yeah, man. That should be fire.
Yeah.
Like that 2D production from Shock of the Hour. Like yeah, man. So yeah, man. That's my number 12. Paris, the Devil Made Me Do It. Love that album.
Yo, Ebony, that's my shit. I love that joint, son. Woo.
Yeah, it's a great track.
Yeah, man.
My number 12 would be Father MC, Father's Day.
Oh, I hate that nigga. sorry. My uncle had that when he's hugging the bitch on the cover. Fucking simp ass shit.
Yes, that wanna be Big Daddy Kane.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
My uncle had
that. The chocolate.
He threw that shit in the dumpsters. Word life. Go ahead. My bad.
I feel like if he was very like he had his own. I mean, I think he was trying to, you know, compare him to LL Cool J and like with the love songs and everything. But like he wasn't like a real lyricist to me. But like as far as like his love songs and the way he went about things, like he did his thing and like his album, you know, he had Treat Him Like They Want to Be Treated and Lisa Baby, I'll do for you, and that was like the first record I believe that Mary J. Blige was on and Joe C.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, Dave Hollister from Your Black Sheep was on there, and I think it was a dope album. That was like one of my first concerts was seeing him in concert with Mary J. and Jodeci, Heavy D and the Boys. So you know he's definitely a good performer as well, and that's my number 12.
Hey, Steven?
My number 12, ironically, Ross, is Edutainment.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Despite what you said, Ross, I'll forgive. I love you though. Nah, it's playing. Man. I love this album. You know, this album is a lot more aggressive. I do like the first two albums, but they're not my favorites. I just love the production on the album. They stepped it up. It's like more aggressive, more dark. It's like more fuck you to your face and type shit. I love the concept of the album where, you know, he was talking about more, you know, black issues in the community. It's like more Afrocentric and stuff like that. It's more conscious. You know, songs like Black Man in Effect, You Know the Rules, House Niggas. I think everybody can relate to that. There's a whole bunch of them in the media right now as we speak. Kanye being one of them. We're Gonna Get You. I mean, that's a classic song. You're Struggling. that song is so dope. It's so relevant to the day. But you got fucking big ass niggas rocking tight jeans, fucking wearing blonde streaks in their fucking hair, blonde dreads and all that shit. He talks about that and you're struggling. Breath Control 2, Entertainment, the Kenny Parker Show, The Racist, 30 Cops or More. I mean, this is such a dope album, man. And the exhibit, I like how the skits are called the exhibit, which is like, skits on, about the black issues and stuff like that. Pretty dope. That's just my thoughts on Entertainment. Very dope album.
Yeah.
My next
Whose
pick
noise
is
is that in the background? I can't hear much.
Yeah.
it's not me.
Nah,
Like
man.
water or
Fixing-
something.
Like some frying an egg or some shit.
Is that why I keep getting muted?
Yeah, well, there's just been a lot of background noise in general.
A lot of background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah,
nothing
I
against you.
Yeah, I was like, who keeps muting me and shit? I was like, hold up.
Oh, it's me. Sorry.
You good, Ross? You good?
yeah, just so we
But
can
yeah.
hear the panelists. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I thought I was getting dissed for some reason, but
Oh no.
No.
all right. My next pick will be Paris, The Devil Made Me Do It. I felt like with this album, when it comes to like political albums, it never gets talked about as much as Sleeping with the Enemy and shit like that. Like this album's like a lot more darker and shit like that. I fuck with this album so much, like with songs like This Is a Test, Break the Grip of Shame, Ebony, Brutal. This was like a Republican's worst nightmare, to say the least. Dope album.
Oh yeah.
Like y'all thought America's Most Wanted was bad. This album was like 10 times more lethal in my opinion. Y'all got that?
Yeah.
We got it.
Oh, okay.
My next one, I'm gonna go with Eric B and Rakim. Let the rhythm hit him.
Oh, that's my list too.
Yeah. I mean, Rakim can survive in any era. He could come out right now and still body it. But that album, I thought it was just dope. They had to change the style just a little bit. They're coming from the 80s into the 90s.
Yeah.
And they just kept it real as ever. It was what, second to the last album, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love this album though, so I had to throw that on the list. Eric B did his thing, as far as production wise, and Rakim with his bars. I mean, he seems like the guy never runs out of anything, man.
Oh hell, Rakim Allah. Son. That's right.
God MC right there, Rakim. And Rakim, it's crazy is that everybody's favorite rappers, he's on their list, but a lot of people, they don't show him love. And, there's going to come a day when he's no longer here, and then everybody's going to have to go blow the dust off. And all these kids out here, they're going to have to go on eBay and try to buy up everything Rakim and act like they've been a fan since they got into hip-hop, when they probably don't own one album.
These culture vultures.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're gonna realize, how amazing he is.
Thank you for touching on that, Coach Chillin, because that's gonna happen. That always happens. It happened to Prodigy, and it fucking disgusts me when people do that shit.
Yeah, Prodigy happened to Five. I mean, a lot of these rappers that just recently passed away, or even Sean Price.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's active, right? He was active and everything, but all these kids who don't really listen to hip hop, they went and just barely got onto Sean Price right after he died. Especially with Prodigy, everybody wanted to act like they had HNIC part of their fucking collection when none of them ever heard that fucking album.
Exactly.
All these Instagram niggas. These niggas is fucking lames. Do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think that shit.
Yo, Coach O, you know what's crazy about that Sean P shit, yo? Like, cause at the time I didn't have a hard copy of Monkey Bars,
Right.
and I had to get the reissue because the fucking shit went up. I no bullshit. I seen it for $10,000 on eBay. I was like,
Holy
What?
yeah, $10,000. So yeah, so like it's crazy, dude. So I went to Duck Down Records. That shit was sold out. So they had to do a reissue. So I got the reissue of Monkey Bars.
That's crazy, man.
It was
Yeah.
$10,000.
$1,000.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking retarded, son.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But a lot
Sorry to
of
get off topic though.
cats. I mean, like you guys said, what's his name? What's that guy that just got killed? What, a month ago, maybe?
Triple X.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, whatever his name is. All of a sudden, everybody wants to throw him up there. All these kids want to throw him up there because he fucking died. His music wasn't all that.
It really wasn't.
You know, but it's a shame. He's gonna get love more than people like Sean Price and everything like that. And
Right.
now his shit is probably going on eBay for a lot of money. Triple X, whatever the fuck his name is. And people from our era that should still get recognized to this day, they're not gonna get props from the culture anymore until they're gone.
And you saw the riots that they did in LA about him, right?
Riots for who?
Like, cause since he died, like, you know, ever since he died, like, I think it was like the day of or the next day they did a riot, you know, just based on his death.
For that Triple X guy?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't hear about that, man.
yeah. I think it happened. Yeah, I think it happened like the day of or the next night. Yeah, it's crazy.
That dude was trash.
Yeah, he was.
I don't care if he's dead. I'm gonna say it. He was trash.
He was.
Yeah, we pretty much didn't give a fuck about him on this show. We said fuck him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't care about you when you was alive. I definitely don't care about you now.
Basically.
Fine, nigga. Anyway, Ross, you ready, brother?
Yeah, so I made a blunder. With you saying let the rhythm hit him, I just looked at my list and I was like, shit, I don't have that. And I don't know. I thought I did have it. It was one of those ones I could have sworn I added it, but I didn't. But that's not coming up next. What is coming up next is number 12. The new number 12. So everything else has been slotted down. Above the Law, Living Like Hustlers. Their debut album, Ruthless Records, like you guys said, way ahead of their time. Definitely on the production wise. Everyone knows the song Murder Rap. That's just an iconic song. As soon as you hear it, you know what song it is. You know, I know there's a lot of songs that came out after that, but tried to go for that like siren beat kind of thing. But they mastered. They got it right the first time around. With Murder Rap, Untouchable, of course. I like the version on the album better than the video version. They've got two different beats for that, but I like the one on the album more. Another Execution, dope song. The last song with Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, and MC Ren. Love that. Dope. And yeah, just a really, really good album overall. I think they got better over time.
Oh yeah.
Black Mafia Life and Uncle Sam's Curse are better albums in my opinion, but still can't knock Living Like Hustlers. Really dope album.
Oh yeah, man. All right, number 11. Me is Too Short Dogs in the House. Love it, man. The Ghetto, Punk Bitch, Pimpology, Rap Like Me. Very dope album, man. Love it. The shit with Q.
Yep.
This is when he found his snitch, like Ross said. You know what I mean? Got him his first album that really said this was him and he owned his craft, you know what I mean? And I love Born to Mac, I love Life is Too Short, but Short Dogs in the House, man, that album is just a masterpiece, in my personal opinion. So on number 11, Too Short Dogs in the House.
Number 11 for me is Digital Underground, Sex Packets. Love that album. You know, the Humpty Dance, everybody knows that song. I remember like always watching the videos on Young T Raps and trying to do the Humpty Dance. And it's a classic album. Packet Man, Do What You Like. Love that song. Definitely. I feel like it's I feel like they one of the most rap groups, in history. Especially from the West Coast. They were like gangster shit, all about partying, and I feel like they should be mentioned. And yeah, that's my number 11.
All right.
So you said it's 11, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So my number 11 is "Fear of a Black Planet" by Public Enemy. Love this album. I feel like they definitely stepped it up on this album. I know a lot of people say it takes a million nation of millions to hold us back is their best album. I like that album, but I kind of prefer this album over that album. Love the production on the album. Fight the Power, Welcome to the Terror Dome, 911 is a dope Flavor Flav solo track, and it's true to this day. Brother's Gonna Work It Out. That's probably like my favorite song off that album. Can't Do Nothing for Your Man, pretty dope. I think that was another Flavor Flav solo track as well.
Yes.
Burn, yeah, it was right.
I can't do nothing for you, man.
Yeah. I mean, the production is just phenomenal, man. Who Stole the Soul? B-Side Wins Again, which is true. War 33 1/3, which is dope because that's kind of like the speed of the vinyl record. And you got 33 and you got 45. So I thought that was pretty dope how they did that. Burn Hollywood, Burn with Ice Cube and Big Daddy Kane. Ironically, Ice Cube is a Hollywood megastar, you know what I'm saying? But this shit that he talks about kind of contradicts that, but it's funny how that works, right? Contract on the World, Love Jam. I mean, this whole album is a fucking masterpiece. Anti-Nigga Machine. I mean, the self-titled track. I mean, the whole album is fucking dope, man. Definitely one of my favorite albums from Public Enemy. That's just my thoughts on that.
Hey, who's that with all the noise in the background? 'Cause I can barely hear him, man.
Probably Reg back, trying to.
Reggie, what you doing, man?
My apologies, man.
That sounds like you jogging or something, man.
My apologies. I was trying to fix my chair right quick because it fell.
Oh, gotcha. Next on the list for me is LL Cool J. Mama Said Knock You Out.
That's on my list too.
Again, man, LL he just had to come out swinging, and Mama Said Knock You Out. That's exactly what he did on this album, and that album was just filled with gems. It was, I don't know, I wasn't old enough back then to understand why this was considered a comeback album, like some people say it is.
Right.
But he did his thing. One of my favorite tracks, Around the Way Girl. Love that track.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had that on there. That the album dropped in 1990s, still had that 80s feel. Booming System. Milky Cereal was on there. And To the Break of Dawn, Jingling Baby was dope too, man. So he had a lot of hits on this fucking album alone, man. So I give it up to LL for that one.
Oh yeah. Ross?
Yeah, is it me next? Funnily enough, at number 11, LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out. It's on the list. Same, around the same position again. Just kind of weird how that works out. Yeah, I agree exactly with what you said, Cool Chillin'. It's kind of like back-to-back hits on this album. It's almost like a greatest hits. Like it's the caliber of this album. You know what I mean? The production from Marley Marl, dope as hell. Booming System, the title track, everyone knows that. That Milky Cereal, I think that's so cool what he did there. It's kind of like a sexual kind of song, but he used like cereal references,
Right.
Getting into, her Lucky Charms or whatever it was, you know what I mean? Like all those kind of references that he weaved in. I thought that was dope. That's definitely one of my favorite songs on the album. So yeah, I completely agree with you. It's definitely one of his best albums as well. I need to get it actually. I actually don't own it. But yeah, great album.
Oh yeah. Reg, your number 11?
Above the Law, Living Like Hustlers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this has already been mentioned, so I'm not gonna waste too much time on it. This is definitely an album that's so ahead of its time. I felt like they all did their thing on the album, from Above the Law to Dr. Dre. Like everyone knows about Murder Rap, but my favorite song that nobody ever talks about, Ballin'. That's my favorite shit.
Yeah.
What
So
song?
yeah,
Ballin'.
Ballin'.
Okay.
So yeah, very cool album. Love this album.
All right. Number 10. My number 10 is Compton's Most Wanted. It's a Compton thing.
Nice.
That shit. One time gaffled him up. You know. Shout out to third base on that. Like I think it was the in the Cactus and shit like that.
Yeah.
Cactus album. Duck Stick. Late Night Hype. Love that song. Just back when the Chill was rapping and shit with him with MC8. Don't know who that white nigga is on the cover. I don't know who the hell that is.
Capone or something his name is, yeah.
He's like one of them niggas. he good for nothing, just on the cover. But
yeah. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, who knows what the fuck he did? But dope album, man. I love It's a Compton thing. So my number 10, Compton Most Wanted. It's a Compton thing. I have the Japanese press of this on hard copy as well.
Yeah, because that original version is crazy expensive. Yeah.
And what bothered me, we played the cassette and it was so low, we had to turn that shit up back in the day. So yeah, it does need remastering, man. But yeah, man, Compton Most Wanted. It's a Compton thing for me, number 10.
But isn't it remastered? Isn't it remastered though? Like, isn't it better?
It might be better, but it's still not great. You know what I mean?
Right. That's true. Yeah, Charlie sucks.
I know it's just Google's just fucking garbage. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you can go. Yeah.
All right. Number 10, I got what Ross spoke on earlier. CPO to Hell in Black. You know what I mean? Very, very dope group from Compton. Very dope. I mean, very aggressive. Like Ross said, you know, CPO being, you know, an MC Ren affiliate, you know, kind of like an offshoot. Love the production on the album. Songs like Battle of a Menace, CPOsis, Ren's Rhythm, Homicide, Gangsta Melody. Overall dope album. Definitely need a hard copy of the album. I love how gritty the production is. You can just hear the SP 1200. You know how it makes the samples sound and shit like that. I believe it had 2 singles, Battle of a Menace and The Beat Is Funky. I think those are the 2 singles off the album. I just want to rest in peace to DJ Train, who died of fire smoke in his house. He died in a house fire, which is unfortunate. Definitely melded the sound of Shock of the Hour. So it's unfortunate that we're never gonna get to hear DJ Train. So it's just unfortunate. But yeah, To Hell in Black by CPO, released in 1990. Very dope. That's my thoughts on that.
Number 10 for me is Big Daddy Kane, Taste the Chocolate.
Whoa. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
I never was able to listen to that album when it came out at the time, but you know, later on I did. I felt like it was a okay album. It wasn't like one of his best, but I feel like, you know, because of the subject matter, like a lot of people was turned off by it or whatever, and he was going for the radio friendly hits, and you know, but you know, because I Can Do It Right, It's Hard Being the King, those were dope. And yeah, at that time also, like the age rumors were coming out about him, you know. And I feel like it should be mentioned at least. That's my number 10.
There is what's that song that's really dope on that album? There's like It's Hard Being the King. That's really dope. I love that song.
I love that song.
Down the Line is one of the most underrated album posse cuts in hip hop, man. Nobody talks about that.
Right.
Yeah, Taste the Chocolate and Prince of Darkness have its moments, but I don't like those albums overall, man. King has a very weak discography.
Yeah. That all of me. Oh my god! Like, what the fuck was he thinking with that, man?
With Barry
Jeez.
White.
Yeah. Oh my god. I liked like the songs I liked from that album was Can I, Cause I Can Do It Right, His Heart Being the Cane, Who
Right.
Am I? Who Am
Yeah.
I was cool, but Gamila Shabazz, who's Malcolm X's daughter, can't rap for shit. I mean, she did a thing, but it's just no. Dance with the Devil, No Damn Good, Keep It on the Floor, and Down the Line. Those are the only songs I like, but
Right.
other than that, man, but it's not very memorable, man. It's just it was, and then at that time too, there was that rumor that he had AIDS and shit like that, so that really fucked up his career,
Definitely.
and he never recovered from that. I mean, people knew he did it, but because of AIDS and it's such a taboo subject, it really fucked up his career, So
Right.
And what a whack album cover as well. Jesus.
yeah, oh my god,
Oh Jesus.
I don't even own that one, man. I don't have that one.
Jeez.
Then he did Playgirl, rocking leopard thongs and shit. Fuck out of here, son.
He's got his top off or whatever.
Yeah, man. He chilling with gay niggas like Mr. C, and who knows if they probably fucked. Who knows? But I love Kane. Don't get it twisted. But like when people talk about the Big Four, I think Chuck D should be there instead. Because Kane is discography, man. I don't know.
Right.
That's
It should
a
be
good
better.
point.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
Next one, I'm gonna roll with. My list is very short, man, because I was on training all week. I didn't get
Okay,
into the league, but I'm gonna throw in Ice Cube's "America's Most Wanted," because I only have 2 more albums left. This one and one more, but Cube's Most Wanted. He branched out from NWA. He pretty much left the West Coast. He went with Bomb Squad as far as production wise, and he still had hits. He kept it political. He kept NWA, in his rear view. So, he didn't focus on them. And it shows that, he didn't need them at all.
Yeah.
They needed him. That's why they were so bitter, 100 miles and running, niggas for life and everything. But Cube just showed, he had to get the attention away from all that and just focus on him and did his own thing. Didn't even touch on any of the issues. And he had, Once Upon a Time in the Projects. That's, one of my favorite Cube tracks. Gangsta Fairy Tale. He even, him and Flavor Flav and on, what was it called? What was that track with Flavor Flav? Only Out for One Thing.
Yeah, it's a short song, yeah.
Yeah, short song, but, rolling with the lynch mob, he was branching, establishing his own crew and everything like that, dope album, man. What can we say? And it was all New York production, but with West Coast rhymes and everything. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say we all have that on our list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
I would hope so.
It's in my top. It's in my top, though. Definitely in my top.
Yeah, same here, man.
All right, so I think it's me next, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so at number 10, this was a last-minute addition. Eric B. and Rakim's Let the Rhythm Hit Him. Really like this album. It sort of continued off where their previous album, Follow the Leader, did. You know what I mean? I feel like Follow the Leader compared to Paid in Full was a bit darker, a little bit grittier, and this album sort of continued on that sort of style. I really like songs like Mahogany on this album, Run for Cover, of course the title track as well. I just love this sort of dark vibe the album has, and Rakim, as you always know, he kills it. So yeah, that's it for number 10, Eric B. and Rakim, Let the Rhythm Hit Him.
Dope.
That's a dope
Red,
choice.
you number 10 yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
I said, did you do number 10 yet, bro?
Oh yeah, I got number 10.
All right.
I didn't do it yet though. My number 10 is Edutainment from Boogie Down Productions.
Dope.
Yeah, this is a very good album and shit. I admit it. When I first heard it, it was a bit too long. I was kind of overwhelmed by that, but each track serves its purpose. Surprisingly, my least favorite song, is Love's Gonna Get You. Because I don't know. I like the song, but I don't like it as much as other people for some odd reason.
All right.
Like maybe it's just the beat or the chord. Like let's gonna get you.
I love
Let's
it.
gonna...
Yeah.
But yeah, over the years, I've kind of appreciated the song. But my favorite song is Breath Control 2. Whew.
Yeah. Ooh. Yes.
That one and Edutainment. That beat is so rambunctious and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Edutainment, this is definitely one of his best and probably his most controversial album, if you ask me.
Yes, sir.
I can't help but laugh. Your poster in the background, Reg, reminds me of a shitty drawing that someone did. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Shut up. Hey, don't diss my poster, man.
It's just somebody we know. I think all of us know. Well, the other fellas probably don't know. Me and Ross.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that shit was horrendous. Jesus Christ. But yeah, up to number 9. I gotta get composure, my nigga. Jesus Christ. Number 9, Eric B. and Rakim, let the rhythm hit him, man. For me.
Nice.
Mahogany. And I love that story and shit. The title track, man. Front for cover. Dope album. Love the album cover too, man. Some B-boy shit.
Yeah.
You know, Eric B with jewels on, Rakim with his arms crossed. Dope album, man. Love it. 1990 was a dope year, man. I'm just looking at the albums right now, and yeah, man. My number 9, Eric B and Rakim, let the rhythm hit him, man.
That's number 9 for
And
me too.
Eric B ain't do shit too, so fuck him. But
Yeah.
Yeah. That's number 9 for me.
dope.
Yeah. And in the ghetto, I love that video, the black and white video,
Yes.
Mahogany. Love this album. That's definitely number 9 for me also.
All right, number 9 for me. Oh, you done, Trevor, or you still got more? Okay. Number 9 for me is Compton's Most Wanted's debut album. It's a Compton thing. Very, very dope album, but just like everybody said, the mixing on the album was bad, really bad. Like for you to turn up the volume just to hear the album clearly is no bueno. You know, that for me is like a minus on the track on the album. But overall dope album. I just like Mike have the Japanese reissue, so it's a little bit better. But like Ross said, it still needs, it's not much you can really do, because just because of the mixing, the equipment they were using at the time. But the songs that I like is One Time Gaffle It Up. I'm with that. I Give Up Nothing. This Is Compton. There is a video for that. This Is Compton. It's very low budget, but regardless, there is a video. Give It Up. Late Night Hype. I Mean Business. It's a Compton thing. Yeah, man, it's very smooth. Just like excuse me. It's like Ross said, like they were trying to find their sound. You didn't really get the signature CM the Compton's Most Wanted sound until the second album, Straight Checking Them, which is on my list for 1991. Spoiler alert. But yeah, man, dope album. Not their best, but it's definitely a dope album to have in your collection. Definitely dope. That's my thoughts on that.
All right. Coach Jones, you can give your last one. You said, right?
Last one. My favorite album from 1990, Tribe Called Quest, man.
Nice.
Yeah, people listening to Travels.
Yes, and I know they released the anniversary package, a few months back or something like that.
Yeah.
Amazing album, man. Left My Wallet in El Segundo. Bonita Applebaum, Can I Kick It? Youthful expressions. A Tribe Called Quest. You can't go wrong, man. I mean, rest in peace, Phife Dawg. I wish he was still alive. That one, that death hurt hip hop, and real hip hop heads was hurt over that one. These kids didn't know how amazing Phife was, and the verses he had on here, man, and him and Q-Tip together was just perfect, man. So that one's probably got to be my favorite from 1990. I still listen to it regularly all the time. a couple times throughout the month. It comes up on my iPod and everything, and had to put that as my number one.
So hard.
Nice. At number 9 for me, I've got King T, At Your Own Risk. Yeah, I agree with what you guys said. This album, he was finding his sound a lot more working with DJ Pooh and E Swift. The first album, what was it called? The Act of Foo. That good album, but it was very much of its time. You know what I mean? It wasn't cutting edge like the way NWA were around that same time. You know what I mean? It was a little bit, of it. Very very 80s, that album. But At Risk was a lot better in my opinion. Songs like Scandalous and Rough Rhyme Come Again, and of course Played Like a Piano with Cube. Really dope album. Got the Japanese reissue of that as well. And great album. I love King T.
Oh yeah. Reg, your number 9, bro.
Yeah. My next one is Brand Nubian's All One for All.
Nice.
Love this album. But my only gripe about this album is the same gripe I had with Tribe's first album. A bit too much Grand Puba, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I felt like the album was a little bit too long. But overall, I still fuck with this album. Like, my favorite song is the one song that's The Wake Up with the Roy Ayers sample.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Sunshine Joint.
Yeah.
Sunshine.
Slow Down.
Slow
feel
down.
Like that's a perfect example of a club banger, but it's conscious lyrics.
What?
Ragtime. Concerto in X minor. So that X killed that shit.
What?
Like, this is definitely a very good album, but I've always hated that album cover. I don't know. I've always hated that album cover. It looks like some promo shot for a kids show. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
I like it because my uncle had that Puba flat top back in the day.
Like, we the cool kids block. Shit.
All right, number 8. Number 8 for me is Public Enemy, Fear of Black Planet.
Dope.
Love that album, man. This is like a house nigga's worst nightmare. This album, don't give a fuck. This album is like straight up. 901 is a joke. Welcome to the Terror Dome, man. I bumped that so much. Love that. The skits are great. Burn Hollywood Burn with Kane and Cube, like Steven said, how ironic, because Cube does fucking children's movies now and shit. But great album, man. Love this album. Fear of Black Planet, that's my number 8. Public Enemy.
Number 8 for me is Salt and Pepper Black's Magic. I feel like this is one underrated album. Yeah. They would like having songs like depression and teaching young women to don't be afraid to express yourself and don't be ashamed of how you look. You don't need a man for anything. You can do things on your own, get your own money. I felt like that's still needed in today's rap. As far as songs like Doper Than Dope and You Showed Me. This was a solid album. It was stepped on, but this is my number 8.
Word. My number 8 is just something.
Who's making those noises?
Intelligent Hoodlum, self-titled album. Just a disclaimer, his name was never Intelligent Hoodlum. It was always Tragedy. But the label that he was under, I think it was A&M Records, decided to put Intelligent Hoodlum for marketing purposes. So that's why people think it's in terms of Hoodlum, and even Tragedy himself said it. But anyways, getting back to this album, very dope, very underrated. All the songs were not produced by Marley Marl. It was Lost Professor did majority of the beats. He did like 8% of the albums. I mean, of the album. Songs like Back to Reality. You could tell that Marley did that. Party. What's the song? Yeah, Party Animal. You could tell Marley Marl did that. Game Type. Very, very, very dope album, man. Yeah, Rest the President. Definitely relevant for today. Instead, he was talking about George H. Bush, not W, because this is like 89, 90. Because at the time when he dropped this album, he was just getting off a 1 year bid. So he came out I think like in 80, like late 89, early 90. Then he recorded this album, then he put this album out. Yeah, favorite songs, pretty much the whole album. Tales of Hoodlum, Back to Reality, Tragic Invasion, Party Animal, Black and Proud, dope single, Game Type, where he started about trying to run game to these girls, man. You know how it is, man. Nowadays with these chicks, keep striving. Very dope song. We keep talking about niggas giving up like on life and shit like that. Just you falling behind bills and stuff like that. Everybody could relate to that. But just saying like keep striving. Is nothing lasts forever. Just keep doing you. You got it. Party Pack, Arrest the President, Your Tragedy, which I think is an old song. It sounds like an older song. It sounds like something that he probably recorded around like 87, maybe 86, vocal wise. But I think the beat itself was probably made like around 89 or something like that. But overall, man, dope album, very underrated. It's not an album I really hear too many people talk about. But yeah, that's the Tales of Hoodlum by Tragedy. That's my thoughts on that.
Nice. I guess I'll go next because Cool Chilling's done with his list, right? So next up for me, it's number 8, and Tribe Called Quest. Distinctive Travels in the Path of Rhythm. A lot of people would probably have this higher, but it's my list. Yeah, great album. I really like the album a lot. Of course, people know songs like Benita Applebaum and Lick My Wallet and El Segundo and stuff like that. I have to admit, I don't like Can I Kick It. I just never got into that song. The Lou Reed sample, with that.
Stupid, man.
But apart from that, I think the rest of the album's great, and a really strong start for Tribe, and they would get better with their next few albums as well. So yeah, that's my number 8.
All right, Reg, you got number?
Yeah, my number 8 is Kool G Rap and DJ Polo's Wanted Dead or Alive.
That's on my list too.
Yeah. Like, although like Road to the Riches was their first album, I always considered this album to be the very first mafioso hip hop album.
Yeah, I feel like Kool G Rap birthed the mafioso style.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
But this album was also like versatile too, because he wasn't just talking about like mob and robbing motherfuckers. Like he was talking about like racism with erased racism.
Lord,
then there's Talk Like Sex.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, man. 1990, man. That song came out in 1990. This nigga's talking about giving her a concussion while fucking her, banging her head to a head post. Like, what the fuck? Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank is my shit.
Yeah. Whew. With Freddie Fox.
Yes. FOXXX. Like, that's that nigga though. Rikers Island. Like,
yeah, man.
Steven, I got a question.
What's up?
Did Large Professor produce the whole of this album too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Rikers Island was Marley Marl though.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
The beat is nuts.
Yeah. Rikers Island, Rikers Island. Yeah,
because that's an older song, right? That was like
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was probably from '88 or
87.
'87. It sounds like it too.
But yeah, this album is definitely a very important album when it comes to not just like Coogee rap, but when it comes to hip hop as well, because everyone started trying to copy this album and shit, like in the mid-90s. The format of this album.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very dope album. Love this album. Classic, hands down.
All right. So my number 7 is Brand Nubian One Fall.
Nice.
Oh
I
shit.
think Grand Poop is the superstar of this album, man. Like he owns this shit.
Mhm.
Love Dedication, the last track, man. Dope as hell. Who I killed that shit. Slow down, remember that? Before he was
Yeah.
even playing hip hop, I remember the Slow Down video, and I was like, what, 7? I remember that shit, you know? Drop the bomb to the right. Feel so good. All for one. Just amazing. One of my favorite albums ever in hip hop. Love that album. Used to be my favorite. Now I'm leaning more towards In God We Trust. That's my favorite now.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, because I've been revisiting that. I'm like, God damn, this shit is a little better, man. But yeah, man. Brand Nubian One for All. Number 5 for me. No, 6. My bad.
7. Hold up, you up to 6? I thought you was up to 7.
I think it was 7.
7. My bad.
Yeah. No,
I'm
you good.
fucking up because I told Trouble yesterday I had to switch around my list. Like I'm
Yeah.
doing
Right.
this shit. I'm reading 7 by accident. Yeah, okay, 7. Yeah.
Number 7 for
All right.
me is Kid and Play, Funhouse. I don't hear nobody mention Kid and Play during the 90s, none of their albums. I definitely feel like this is like one of their solid ones. Tracks like Energy, Decision, Funhouse, Toe to Toe. You know, I feel like Kid was really the lyricist from that group, and they were slept on, and you know they wasn't doing what everybody else was doing. They were more about having fun and partying, and this was a really solid album. You know, Herbie Lovebug, dope producer,
Yeah.
and yeah, this is a solid album. So, yeah, this is my number 7.
Yeah, I was never a Kid and Play, fan as far as their music. I did like the House Party 3 soundtrack though, because Kid and Play has some dope joints on that. That hey I oh, like I hate that fucking song.
Rolling,
Love that
rolling,
shit.
never
God, man, that shit. Hey yeah, it's oh.
I love Face the Nation.
Yeah, I love that song.
I love that album. I still play that album.
You know
Yeah,
what? Just for y'all, I'm a revisit their albums and I'll give you my thoughts later on.
Good luck.
Start
Yeah,
with
thank
Face
you.
the Nation.
Huh?
Start with Face the Nation, Steven.
No, I'm gonna take one for the team. I'm gonna start from the first album.
Okay.
And work my way up. Yeah, and I'm gonna write it out like a dude.
You made us light skinned niggas look corny, son. Fuck that dude.
Stop.
Fucking redhead kingpin and shit. Jesus
Hey.
Christ.
Corny, like super corny. If you're a fucking 7-year-old kid thinking they're corny, that's bad. I thought them. I like House Party, but I don't like them.
Yeah, man. Jeez.
Eh,
All right,
you know-
my number. What's up? Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Steven. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Then I'll go.
No, I was just saying, like, despite how corny Kid and Play was and shit like that, they were that like acceptable corny I can deal with.
Yeah, I suppose.
I
Yeah,
feel
that's
you on
true.
that.
And to add on to that too, like they brought on like the house party effect to hip hop. They made it cool, like for the whole world to see how it gets down and house parties at that time. Which is a lost art today because you don't really see too many house parties now.
right.
Everybody's at the club and shit or a lounge and bar and shit, But it is what it is. So now my number 7 is Master Ace's Take a Look Around. Very underrated album. Marley Marl did I think he did like the majority of the beats. Mr. C did a couple of them. The story with me and the Biz is the fact that Biz Marquee couldn't make it to the studio session So that's why Master Ace was imitating Biz Markie. So that's the story with that. But I thought he did a great job with that. I thought that was pretty dope. Very dope album, man. Very underrated. Goes for stupid money. Wish I got my hands on that. The songs I like a lot is the most are I Gotta, Letter to the Better remix, Me and the Biz. Um, the Other Side of Town, Ace is Wild, Can't Stop the Bum Rush, Moving On, Brooklyn Battles, pretty much the whole album, man. But if I had to choose a favorite, Post and High. I mean that Street Life sample by the Crusaders, I love that joint, man. I would say that and Keith Murray's I think it was Life on the Street on his third album from '99 sampled that too. Um, to me, the best way they flipped that sample, but very underrated album. It's not an album I really hear too many people talk about, which is unfortunate. But if you could get your hands on that, good luck because it goes for a pretty penny. Very dope album. Very one of the most slept on albums from 1990. That's just my thoughts on that album. That's it.
So I guess it's me next, yeah.
Yeah.
So next up, I've got Brand Nubian with One for All. Great album, really good album. Even though it is like very long, I think it's like 70, 71 minutes or something. I like pretty much all of it. It's one of those ones that's kind of hard to take something off because it's all really good album overall. Of course, you got like the self-titled song, the Brand Nubian, you know, with that sample. That which DJ Quick interviews for Get At Me as well. Love that song. Got songs like Slow Down, Grand Prix with Positive, and LG with Positive K. I like that song. Dope album overall. All for Ones, like really, really good album. I actually do like this more than their second album. I just think it's I don't know. I just really like the production on this album. I think it's pretty ahead of its time. You know what I mean? With some of these funky samples, just the way they, you know, it's a different sound compared to a lot of the stuff that was coming out in '90. And just great album. Love it.
All right, guys.
I gotta go with Gangstar Step in the Arena.
Ooh, that's my list too.
Is that 91?
I put that 91.
Oh shit!
Because one of those stupid mistakes, like they printed 90 on the CD.
Yeah.
Black Mafia Life and and God We Trust. It's a 92 on the back of them.
But in God We Trust, I got 92.
Yeah, that's 92, but some people say it's 93.
Yeah.
Because does it come out in January or February? That means like the print they fucked up and put like the date it was actually pressed. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I can replace that with 100 Miles and Running. It's cool.
No doubt.
Yo, so this was originally supposed to be like a special pick since it's an EP, but I can talk about it now.
Oh yeah, sure.
They stepped their game up after Cube left and shit. Like, it's crazy too because I always felt like MC Ren definitely stepped his pen game up, like you said, Steven.
Yeah.
I wish they would talk about more in the movie, but I digress. What else? Like the sound was like a lot more funkier, yet darker and crispier and shit like that. Like you had songs like Surprise Part 2, which is the Fuck the Police Part 2, which I kind of like more than the original. 100 Miles and Running is my favorite NWA song, hands down. Real niggas. Well, I do like No Vaseline, and I still feel like they killed NWA. Real Niggas is still a dope diss track in its own right, though. So,
right.
Very good EP and shit. Must have in everyone's collection.
All right, move on to number 6. A Track Called Quest, People's and Secret Travels and the Paths of Rhythm for me. Can I Kick It? I left my world in El Segundo. El Segundo being that fictional town that Red Fox talked about. I guess it's fiction. I don't know. It could be real. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know. But
Yeah.
Stanford is something. My favorite '70s sitcom. Love that shit. Benita Applebaum. Love that. Pipe is not really present on here. He would become present on the Low End Theory, the next record. But I fuck with this album, man. It's a good album, and it's pretty high on my list, man. It's my number 6. A Tribe Called Quest, People's Distinctive Travels in the Path of Rhythm for 1990. So
Number 6 for me is Cool G Rap and DJ Polo, Wanted Dead or Alive. Love the production. It's real gritty. It's real street. Has that early New York feel to it, New York sound.
Yeah.
New York, Bad to the Bone, Talk Like Sex. Love those. Those were my favorite tracks off of the album. That was actually my first time hearing Cool G Rap and DJ Polo. That's my favorite.
My number 6 is Special Ed's Legal album from 1990s, the second album. This is the only album I don't have in my discography as far as Special Ed. I have his Youngest in Charge from '89, and I have the Revelations album from '95. I don't have his 2004 album. Still Got It Made. I need to get that. But yeah, Special Ed Legal, man. I feel like he stepped his game up on this album. Very underrated album, and surprisingly, is the most expensive album in his discography for some reason. I don't know why, but it is. Howie T, definitely one of the most underrated producers in the world. I really don't hear a lot of people talk about Howie T. He's worked with Chubb Rock and stuff like that. My favorite song is "Come On, Let's Move It," which is like the first song of the album. I love the beat. Definitely sets the tone of the album. The mission, very dope. You Wish You Could, 5 Men in a Mic, Ready to Attack. See, yeah, I mean, very, very dope. I mean, at the time, he was very young. I think I want to say he was like 17 at the time. So again, fellas, I just want to say, and the audience, I'm fucking tired of people saying that, oh, he's just a little kid. Can't you get the fuck out of here, okay? This nigga, he was writing shit. Like, come on, it's the shit that he was talking about on this album, and he's 17. Sound like grown ass men.
facts.
But you got fucking these. Oh yeah, I don't even want to get into that. But dope album. Need to get him. Need to get him my discography, my collection. But overall, dope album. Very underrated. It's not an album that I really hear people talk about. Special Ed in general, I don't really hear people talk about. That's just my thoughts on that. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
no,
all good, brother.
it's good. I appreciate that. I'll go next. Yeah. For me, number 6, Paris. The Devil Made Me Do It. I love this album. I think this album is, and Paris overall actually is very underrated. Considering he not only raps but he produces as well. I agree with what you guys said. This album's very dark sounding. Perfect for the sort of like political messages that he's got in his music, and like you said, it's like perfect music for like the LA riots. And people like Paris kind of predicted if something like that would happen. You know what I mean? That like people would get fed up and just, you know what I mean, go out there and cause chaos. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty amazing. I love the title track. I think that's one of the best songs in the album, along with Brutal. Yeah. I love Brutal, Scarface Groove. Yeah, really dope album. This was released on Tommy Boy, I believe, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, love the album. It's fantastic.
All right. Got number 6, Reg. Got number 6.
Number 6.
Ding ding.
All right. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Mama Said Knock You Out, LL Cool J.
Yeah.
So last night I've done a review on Walking with the Panther last night, and I've always said that this was my favorite LL album. So with this album, he went back to his roots with this album. He hooked up with Marley Marl, and it's crazy because Marley Marl's made some of the best beats in his career, but they weren't for the Juice Crew and shit. So I thought that was kind of crazy though. But my favorite songs like Booming System, Murdergram. I always said that was a diss track to Kumo D in a way.
Word.
Because I'm gonna talk more about it when I do the review, but basically there was some lines that was questionable and shit, but 6 Minutes of Pressure, I actually do like that song, but I hate the video for that song.
Yeah.
Now, Blues Clues kind of video. To the Break of Dawn, one of the greatest diss tracks ever. To the Break of Dawn.
Oh yeah.
Murdered it.
And he was the first rap. He was the first rapper to dedicate a verse to each rapper and shit in a diss track. Way before The Game, way before 50 and shit. So yeah, very dope album. I love Mama Said Knock You Out.
Yeah.
All right. Number 5 for me is the Ghetto Boys. Ghetto Boys. Self-titled.
Nice.
I like that better than the fucking Rip It on Another Level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So fucking dope. Mind of a Lunatic. Bushwick killed that. Love that. What?
What the
Hell,
fuck?
you texting?
Okay. Yeah, man.
Y'all crazy, man.
Bing, bing, bing. Fuck that is. But Ghetto Boys, man. Scarface, Willie D, Bushwick, all came correct on this. Assassins. That they redid that. It's a lot. Oh my god.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. Hey, I don't mean to cut y'all off, but I gotta go because I gotta get ready for work, man.
No doubt,
Okay,
brother.
man.
Hey, but real quick, I'm gonna just give y'all what I had for 1991. I ain't gonna go into detail.
No,
I was
that's
like-
fine.
I was going to say, can we do 1991 another day? Because
You
this
know
is
what? I'm
going
down
on.
with that. I'm down with that. Y'all
'Cause,
want to do it
this has been
tomorrow
long enough as
or
it is.
another day? So where we got more time, I could save my list if y'all all agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
up to you guys. Yeah.
Only because it is taking long, but it's gonna
Yeah.
be the other parts are gonna do one episode each year. That's gonna take. We'll
Yeah.
probably be done at Christmas time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I could kick down the list right now if you guys want me to, man.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, my 91 list, no particular order. DJ Quick is the name. Masterpiece debut, Get Away Clean. Ghetto Boys, We Can't Be Stopped. Tribe, Low End Theory, Dub C, Ain't a Damn Thing Changed. Cypress Hill, self-title. Tupacalypse Now, Death Certificate from Ice Cube, Second to None, self-title. Naughty by Nature, self-title. NWA's, Niggas for Life. Compton Most Wanted, Straight Checking Them. Kid and Play, Face the Nation. And my favorite, I'm going to just let y'all know, I get a lot of hate on this, was DJ Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince, Home
Love
Base.
it. Love that.
Okay,
Home
okay,
Base. No.
that's a dope list.
I wish I could go into detail with all of them with y'all, man, but hey, man, bills are calling, man. I got to get to work.
Nah, no doubt, yo.
Yeah, I
Thank
gotta-
you so much, World 3, my nigga. Thank you so
All right,
much,
man.
bro.
Hey, peace to everybody that tuned in. Hey, keep enjoying the rest of the show. I'm going to tune in a little bit later. I'll watch the rest of it when I'm at work, and I'll get at y'all another time. Peace, everybody.
Peace.
Hey, Mike,
See ya.
What up, Reg?
how long you gonna have this chat for though?
I want to knock out 91. I'm not gonna really talk about them long.
Right.
I'm just gonna go boom, say the name, and that's it. You know?
Okay,
Because
yeah.
if Ross gotta go, so I don't know. I don't probably late for Ross, so
Right.
you know.
Yeah, 'cause I can just say my 1990 quick. I gotta get to the bank and pay some bills as well too. So
Be looking for the package too. That should be coming today or tomorrow.
Oh yeah, bet. Oh, thank you
Yeah.
again, bro.
No,
Thank you
thank you.
again for that.
No problem, man.
Shoot. But let me say my top 5 for 1990, if y'all don't mind, or
Yeah,
No,
go
go
for
ahead,
it.
because you gotta go. So go ahead.
okay. Number 5, EPMD, Business as Usual.
Love it.
Yeah.
Favorite album from them.
Yeah.
They DJ Scratch elevated the sound, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Number 4, Tribe Called Quest, People's Instinctive Travels and Path. Again, a classic album and shit like that. Very dope. Number 3, Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted. This probably is everyone's favorite album from 1990. I don't know. This album is classic front to back, groundbreaking album. Number 2, Eric B. and Rakim's Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em. If I'm not mistaken, I think this was the first album to get 5 mics on the Source, or one of the first.
Oh
Like this
wow.
album had, yeah, very dark album. Rakim's lyricism was more complex and shit. Paul C and Large Professor did their thing with the album. And number 1 is Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Planet. In my opinion, very dope album. Love this album. Groundbreaking album and shit like that. I felt like certain songs like Welcome to the Terror Dome and Brother Gotta Work It Out. Definitely trailblazing songs in the discography. But I think my all-time favorite song is Paul You Want a Cracker. Yeah. So yeah, that's all the songs, all the albums from 1990. I need to finish up my 1991 list probably by tonight and shit. So yeah, I'm gonna catch up with y'all later on though. Y'all take care.
All right,
Dope list.
brother.
Peace.
Yeah, don't. Peace, Reg. Let me just touch on my number 5 because I got interrupted by like WWF ring bells and shit. But that Ghetto Boys, man. Great album. I like it better than Griffin on Another Level. And yeah, Rick Rubin did his thing on it, man.
Yeah.
So the Ghetto Boys, 1990, number 5.
My number 5 is Brand Nubian, One for All. Love that album. I mean, everybody touched on it. I'm not gonna make it long. Love that. That whole. I feel like that's my favorite Brand Nubian album, and it was a classic. I think more conscious rap like that out now. Out in
Oh
the
yeah.
and yeah, that's my number 5.
Word. Yeah, my number 4 is Ice Cube's America's Most Wanted. I love the album. It's one of my favorite Ice Cube albums. I love the fact that because originally he wanted Dr. Dre to do the production, but because Jerry Heller was like, no, fuck him. He's the Benedict Arnold. He's a traitor. Fuck him. You're not doing that unless you're still with the company or whatever. So he did the unthinkable. He booked a one-way trip to New York, got with Bomb Squad, and that was something different from the time, Bomb Squad and what East Coast a super producer group from the East Coast, and you got Ice Cube from the West Coast. They collabing. I mean, I think it is the first hip hop collab from different coasts. You know what I mean? I think. Love the production on the album. Sir Jinx, he's another dope, underrated producer. Who's the Mac? America's Most Wanted. It's a Man's World. Very dope. Back and forth with him and Yo Yo. The Bomb, definitely one of my favorite tracks of the album. Endangered Species, the remix with Chuck D. The originals on Kill at Will EP. Jackin' for Beach. You can't go wrong with. Oh, my bad. Oh shit, my bad. I was doing because I have the 2003 edition. So
you're good.
I'm
Yeah.
so that's my bad because I have it up on my iTunes. So
That's
I'm gonna say
1990 as well. So yeah.
Right, exactly. So I'm gonna just say America's Most Wanted, Who's the Mac, It's a Man's World, The Bomb. Those are my favorite songs off that album.
Oh yeah.
That's my thoughts on that.
I just saw what the Crow T Sopa said. Reg playing xylophones. Yeah, for me, number 5 is EPMD with their third album, Business as Usual. Fantastic album, really good album. Grittier than their first 2 albums, and yeah, just love it. Songs like Rampage with LL Cool J, classic. Gold Digger, Hit Squad Heist, I'm Mad, Hardcore, which features Redman's first appearance. Yeah, just a fantastic album. Highly recommended.
Hell yeah. All right, number 4. LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out. Love that album, man. Lucky Cereal, Around the Way Girl, title track, Mama Said Knock You Out. My uncle showed me this shit when I was like in the 1st grade. He's like, look what I got. He showed me the cassette. You know? Like that's burned into my brain. You know? He picked me up from school and he showed me the tape. I remember that shit, man. Like, love that album so much. That's my favorite LL Cool J album, hands down. You know, Molly sings on the production. And To the Break of Dawn, dope ass track. Runaway Girl is not corny. It's like a dope love song. You know?
Yeah, I like that song a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, man. The song's dope as hell. Just describing a bad bitch. Hey man, 5 months for me. I would give that album. I love Mama Said Knock You Out. You know, booming system too. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Before, LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out.
Number 4 for me is Tribe Called Quest, People's Instinctive Travels. Love that album. Can I Kick It? Bonita Applebum, classic. Luck of Lucian. You know, I wish Fife was on there more, but it's still a classic to me. Love it. That's my number 4.
Yeah, my number 4 was Ross's last pick, Business as Usual by EPMD. It's definitely one of my favorite EPMD albums. They definitely got more aggressive on this album, and they started cursing on this album too, which I like. You know, 'cause I like my shit dirty. My favorite, obviously, this album was Redman's first appearance on Wax, was the song Hardcore, as Ross mentioned. I'm Mad, very dope way to start the album. Hardcore, Rampage. LL Cool J fucking killed that shit. I think he had the best verse on Rampage. Gold Digger, way better than Kanye's version. And Brothers on My Jock. I love that joint, yo. Like the way they looped the Knowledge sample by Bob James. But it just sounds so gritty. It sounds dirty. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed that joint. Redman killed that shit as usual. But yeah, very dope. Definitely one of the best albums in my opinion. That's just my thoughts on that. Business as Usual by EPMD.
Hell yeah. So number 4 for me is Public Enemy's Fear of a Black Planet. Yeah, everyone knows this album. Classic album. Brother's Gonna Work It Out. Welcome to the Terror Dome. Of course, they put Light the Power in at the end, which was originally on the Do the Right Thing soundtrack. The title track, you know, talking about, you know, basically, you know, racist people not wanting blacks in a part of their family. You know what I mean? What's wrong with a bit of color in your tree and stuff like that? Chuck D's playing on that song. Yeah, Power to the People and all that stuff. Great song, a great album overall. I prefer It Takes a Nation of Millions. I think Fear of a Black Planet has like many like interludes and things like that. I prefer It Takes a Nation's approach, but still really good album. Yeah, not much else to say. Fear of a Black Planet, Public Enemy, number 4.
All right. Number 3. EPMD, Business as Usual, man. Love that album. You know, you just said what I think, but I'll give my favorite song. My favorite song is Rampage.
Oh yeah.
LL called a body. You know, Parrish killed it. Like I always say this, Parrish was Prodigy before Prodigy. You know, just that raw shit. Gold Digger, Give the People, which I love.
Yeah.
The video version is different too, man. You know, notorious for that.
Yeah, I hate that.
I know. Underground. Love this album. Dope ass artwork too with the fucking. You got the Jakes there pointed, you know, the ratchets at them and shit.
Yeah.
Amazing album, man. Number 3, EPMT, Business as Usual, man.
That's my same too. With Business as Usual, number 3. Love the Rampage video with the, you know, the girls dancing and the rhinestones EPMD's wearing, and I love that album. Rappers Out of Control, dope song. Gold Digger, love the artwork. That's it.
Yeah, my number 3 is LL Cool J's Mama Should Knock You Out. It's definitely his comeback album because that Walking with a Panther was so garbage. It was no tomorrow. So this album was pretty much like a fuck you to all the critics saying like, yo, he fell off and this. Like, nah, I'm here. I'm back. I mean, to hire Marley Marl, you know, he can't get no better because at that time, Marley Marl was that dude. You know, he was dabbling into not just hip hop but R&B as well. But he still had his hip hop roots at that time. You know, you got songs like the Booming System, which is a dope way to start the album. Around the Way Girl, Mr. Goodbar, Murdergram, Cheesy Rap Blues, Farmers Boulevard, and Mama Should Knock You Out. That was actually my introduction to LL Cool J. It was the self-titled track.
Yeah.
The story with that song was like when the engineer Bobcat, you know, I guess kept fucking up, and then he's like, "Yo, come on, man." He was yelling at the engineer. That's why that it started off with the beginning of the song. Just started out there in case some people didn't know. To the Break of Dawn, you know, that's a classic diss track towards Ice-T, MC Hammer, and Kumo D. But I must say though, Kumo D with Death Wish, oh my god, woo, kills that shit. Illegal Church, I mean, you can't go wrong. Definitely one of my favorite LL Cool J albums. One of his best albums in his whole discography. That's just my thoughts on that.
All right. Ross, you're next, right?
Yeah. Sorry. Coogee Rap and DJ Polo next for me at number 3. Wanted Dead or Alive. Fantastic album. I love the variety on the album. You know, you got songs like Streets of New York, and then next up you got Wanted Dead or Alive, which is a very violent, like action kind of song. You know, he talks about going to the funeral and shooting up his casket and stuff like that. You know, really raw shit. And then you have songs like Racism, you know, which is more conscious. Talk Like Sex, which is very explicit sex song. Love that song. Love that sample. I know other people use that sample too. Very funky. Yeah, just like hilarious lyrics and that, you know, bust a nut and wipe off on your curtain, shit like that, you know. He killed it. Yeah. Money in the Bank, Rikers Island, classic album. I love it. The only song that they should have chucked off is that instrumental, that Polo Club or whatever it's called. They could have done without that, but the rest of the album, love it. It's kind of like how NWA had that Something to Dance to. It's like that.
That was so out of place.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the Polo Club. Yeah, you don't need that. So yeah. But yeah, love the album. Number 3, Coogee Rap and DJ Polo, Wanted Dead or Alive.
All right. Number 2 for me. The same shit, nigga.
Oh.
Coogee Rap and Polo, man.
Yeah.
You know, Wanted Dead or Alive, man. I fucking adore this album. Luckily, I have it. I wanted it my whole fucking life. You know what I mean? When my uncle got me into them, I was like, oh, man, I gotta have it. But it was even out of print in the fucking 90s, bro. The late 90s?
Yeah.
I didn't see it at the record store that I went to, Record Town, now known as FYE. They were still around. But, yeah, man, just out the gate. Amazing. I Wanted Dead or Alive. Love that song. Streets of New York. Talk Like Sex. Love that shit. Rikers Island. Very dope, man. That's when like Road to Riches has like little to no cursing, you know.
Yeah.
This album, niggas is going in. G-Rap's going all in. And,
Yeah.
he gives no fucks. Dope album, man. First cat to talk about, rocking Timberlands and shit. You know what I mean? Like, love G-Rap, man. So, number 2, Cool G-Rap and DJ Polo, Wanted Dead or Alive for me.
Number 2 for me is Public Enemy, Favor of Black Planet. I love that album. I love the Bomb Squad production. Fight the Power, 911 is a Joke. Those 2 songs still hold true to this day with the shit that black people have to go through with the cops and the government, and that those are timeless classic songs, and people forget. Like, yeah, Flavor, we remember like how how much of a clown that Flavor Flav is now with the reality shows and all that, but back then he could spit. And, and he had one of the best songs with 911 is a Joke, and I love that song. And I wish he was on, like, I wish he was featured more on Public Enemy, albums. But this Welcome to the Telodrome, another classic song. I love this album. I love the album cover. Yeah, that's my number 2.
Word. Well says from everybody, man. My number 2 is Eric B. Rakim's Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em. I love the production on this album. The story with this album is that Paul C was working on the album, but unfortunately he got killed in the studio. So Large Professor took over. He was, pretty much Paul C's protege, which is why he has his own production company, Paul C Productions. Love the production on this album. It's a lot more darker. The lyrics, he stepped his game up. Rakim stepped his game up. You got songs Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em. Love that joint. Definitely a dope way to start the album. Kind of sets the tone of the album. No Omega, In the Ghetto, Run for Cover. Love that joint. That's like one of my favorite joints. My regret with Run for Cover was the mixing. Like, it's very low. The mixing for that is low. But I think that song was produced by Paul C. So I think that was the only one that was finished. So that's probably why it sounded the way it did. Untouchable, Mahogany. I love the line when he says, when you talk about, meeting the girl, say, let's take a walk, go see New York. I mean, that's just so poetic. Like, I could just picture that. Like that scene in Coming to America when you see Eddie Murphy and his girl just walking, Lisa just walking through, like, outside the streets, and then when he gave the bums like the money and shit, like, it just reminded me of that. You know what I mean? So, Set Them Straight. I mean, the whole album's fucking dope. I could have done without the remix, the 45 King remix. I didn't really care for that.
Yeah,
I could have been good with just 10 tracks, and overall dope album.
Yeah.
Yep. At number 2 for me, it is Ghetto Boys with the Ghetto Boys. Yeah, I know it's not like a proper album, but whatever. I included it. It's my favorite thing that the Ghetto Boys ever put out. Grip It on that other level was dope, and then this was like the better version of that. Better production, and I think a lot of the songs were re-recorded as far as vocals go as well. And I think they all had gotten better within that year. They had become better MCs. And the performances on this album were better compared to Grip It. I love the album. The Scarface song, was Scarface solo track. Establishing himself as Scarface. Because around that time he was known more as Action, DJ Action. But that was when he took the Scarface name. Songs like Size Ain't Shit by Bushwick Bill. There was a couple of songs that were added on that weren't on Grip It. The songs Fuck 'Em and City Under Siege. Both dope songs. And of course you got Assassins as well, which is a remake of the song from the first Ghetto Boys album, which was a completely different lineup for those who don't know. But the version on the Ghetto Boys album, the 1990 album, is just better because I just like Scarface, Willie, and Bushwick as MCs, even though they actually didn't change the lyrics at all. The lyrics are the same from the original, apart from like little references to their names. Apart from that, it's the same. It's amazing for that song was written in 98 or came out in 98 because it's so like violent and fucked up. You know what I mean? Love it. Just love the album. I'm incredible stuff. I can't get over how much I love it. You know, read these Nikes and all that shit. Let a hoe be a hoe. This classic too. And that's number 2. Ghetto Boys.
Hell yeah. Speaking of coming to America, man, roasted sexual chocolate impression is fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah.
We talk about that shit in place. I love that movie. Classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Number 1, is it a fucking surprise? You know, America's Most Wanted, man. Ice Cube. Gangsta Fairy Tale, Once Upon a Time in the Projects, Endangered Species, a masterpiece. My second favorite Cube album. Cube went to New York and he made a masterpiece, man.
Yeah.
He made a masterpiece. Love the album cover. Got all the niggas in the background. Cube with his Jerry curl. Raw shit. When hip hop was like with the men, not pussy niggas like Yachty and all these clowns. You know what I mean? This is real hip hop shit.
Right.
Awesome. The Shockleys did their thing with the production, man.
Oh yeah.
Love it, man. And the EP, you know, Killer Will came out this year too. That could have easily made my list, but you know, it's hard making a list. But yeah, man, America's Most Wanted, man. Ice Cube, number 1, my favorite album of 1990. Man.
My number 1 is LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out. That was the first rap album that I ever bought on CD. I feel like that was one of Marley Marl's like best production albums ever in his career. That's definitely my favorite LL album. I feel like that's his best one in his discography. And, you know, every track was banging, you know, Booming System and Around the Way Girl, Murdergram, Cheesy Rap Blues. Yeah, man, I can't. I still play that album to this day. I also want to say, I think I have the OG copy. The OG copy is with the white lettering, and the red copy is the remastered version.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, because I seen people on Instagram, you know, posting that, and that's not the OG copy though. It's the white lettering. It's the OG copy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my favorite of 1990.
All right. So my number 1, my favorite album of 1990 is "Once Dead or Alive" by Coogee Rap and DJ Polo. This is my favorite album from theirs. I love Road to the Riches and Live and Let Die, but I think this was their best album, production wise. I love, you know, the subject matter they tackle, you know, racism, poverty, crime, you know, sex raps and shit like that. You know, you got joints like Streets of New York. Love that joint. Definitely a dope way to start the album. Dope video too. Wanted Dead or Alive, very dope joint. The remix, oh my god. Woo! The remix for that joint. Money in the Bank with Freddie Fox and Lost Professor and Ant Live, very dope. Rikers Island. That was more of, you know, that was actually recorded in '87. That was a B-side actually. Forgot the name of the song, but it was actually recorded in '87. So that's why it sounds a lot more older. Bad to the Bone, Talk Like Sex, Play It Again, Polo, Racism, dope video. That was produced by Biz Markie and Cool V. Cool Is Back, Play It Cool, Death Wish. I mean, overall, dope album, man. I love that joint. Really captures New York back in the early 90s, man. 1990, when New York was New York. Yep. Not this Disney-fied, gentrified bullshit that you see motherfuckers having wine tasting it. What? Fuck out of here. Yeah, crazy.
Hell yeah. So, yeah, at number 1, Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted. Yeah. Not much else to say. Fantastic album. I think the Bomb Squad, I think they actually did a good job of making beats for Ice Cube rather than just like giving Ice Cube like leftover Public Enemy beats. You know what I mean? Like
right.
They catered to him, and I think that's what made the album work. And of course, Cube, sharp as ever, hungry. You know, had something to prove. You know, had a lot of anger on this album. You know, and then you have like some more like storytelling style songs like Once Upon a Time in the Projects, and you have songs like Who's the Mac, which is slightly more chill. Love the album. Endangered Species with Chuck D. Love that song. One of my favorite beats on the album. One of my favorite songs in the album overall. Gangsta's Fairy Tale, which was actually ghostwritten by Abdel the Funky Homo Sapien. Yeah, love the album. It's actually my favorite Ice Cube album. So yeah, there you go. That's number one for me.
Yo, Ross, it's funny you said Taylor made beats for Ice Cube. It's because also I think it was Hank Shockey that was saying it, that when he came to New York, when Ice Cube went to New York, he actually told Ice Cube to go dig for whatever samples you get, we're gonna use on the album. So all the samples that was used, Ice Cube himself handpicked, and then they Taylor made the beats for him, and as well as Sir Jinx, because Sir Jinx did some of the beats too.
Yeah, like the songs towards the end of the album were by Sir Jinx. Yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
it makes sense when you hear it too. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, one thing I want to mention too. In Main Source's first album, Breaking Atoms, because Eric B was talking a lot. Like he didn't like Lost Professor because he was pretty much taking his shine away from Eric B. Because there's been rumors that saying that Eric B was doing the beats, but it wasn't. It was actually Lost Professor. Because in '90, Lost Professor did production for the Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em, the Tragic Gaddafi album, or the Tragedy Out in Terms of Hoodlum, the Wanted Dead or Alive, and with the two albums, Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em and Wanted Dead or Alive, Eric B was getting the production credit, but Lost Professor did the majority of the beats. You know what I'm saying? That he didn't get any credit for that. So in the song Snake Eyes, he actually talks about Eric B, but in a subliminal, like just saying like how he's a snake and shit like that.
Right.
I talk about that in the album review that I did for Breaking Atoms. So just want to throw that out there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Word.
Overall, 1990, it's a pretty dope year. Actually, when I was making the list, it was like better than I realized it was. If that makes sense.
Same here. At first, I told fellas, I don't think I'll be able to do 20, maybe just 15, but nope, I was wrong.
Yeah.
This went longer than I expected. Holy fuck,
That's what I mean about maybe splitting it up. But if you guys just want to read out your list for 91, then that's cool.
I already got my list done for 91 because I worked on it last night. But I mean, we could record it another day if you guys want to. It's up to you. I don't care.
I'm down for whatever. What do y'all want to do? Bro, you good?
My list is finished. So I mean, whenever you want to do it.
All right.
Is
it getting late over the few Ross?
Yeah, I've got a list. We can just read all our lists out if you want.
Okay.
Instead of just going one by one.
Yeah, right. just go for it. Yeah.
All right. Third base. Delta Dialect.
Love it.
The Terrorist Strikes. Always been his number person. Dub C in the Mad Circle and the Damn Thing Changed. Naughty by Nature. Mm-hmm. Organized Confusion. DJ Quick is the name. Ice T.O.D. Original Gangster.
Mm-hmm.
Condoms Most Wanted, Straight Checking Them. Main Source, Breaking Atoms. Tupac, Apocalypse Now. Convicts. Delta Funky Homo Sapien, which my brother George was here. Public Enemy, Apocalypse 91, The Enemy Strikes Black. De La Soul is dead. Cypress Hill. Scarface, Mr. Scarface is back. Ghetto Boys Can't Be Stopped. NWA Niggas Life. Tribe Called Quest, One Theory. And again, O'Shea Jackson reigns supreme. Death certificate, nigga.
Oh.
Nice.
Really awesome list.
Thank you, brother.
Number 20 for me is New Jack City soundtrack.
Ooh.
Number 19, Yo, Make Way for the Motherlode. Number 18, Big Daddy Kane, Prince of Darkness. Number 17,
Yes.
for Sister. Number 16, PM Dawn, of the Heart, of the Soul, and of the Cross.
Dope.
Number 15, the Juice soundtrack.
Word.
Number 15, DJ Quick, Quick is the name. Number 13, Digital Underground, Sons of the P. Number 12, MC Light, Act Like You Know. Number 11, I have Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Home Base. Number 10, Ladies of the New School, A Future Without a Past. Number 9, Black Sheep, A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. Number 8, Every Day in the Peaceful Journey. Number 7, Huh? I hear you.
I said I doubt that's on Ross's list.
Oh no, it's not mine. No.
Number 7, I have Ice Cube, that's Number 6, I have Third Base, The Elixir of Dialect. Number 5, Public Enemy, Apocalypse 91, Enemy Strikes Back. Number 4, by Nature. Number 3, De La Soul is Dead.
Nice.
Number 2, Cypress, and my number 1 album, Trap Called Quest, for Lauren Diddy.
Nice. All right, my top 20 for 91. All right. Naughty by Nature, self-titled album, very underrated album. Number 19, Yo Yo, Make Way for the Motherlode. Number 18, Second to None, their self-titled album, another underrated album. Genius, Work from the Genius, another underrated album. This is before Liquid Swords. Number 16, Big Daddy Kane, Prince of Darkness, definitely stepped his game up, way better than Taste of Chocolate. Number 15, UMC's Fruits of Nature, is another dope album. Number 14, Biz Marquis, I Need a Haircut, another underrated album. That's where the whole sampling controversy happened. That's why niggas began super samples because of that album. Number 13, PhD, Without Warning, PhD. That's a black poet and Hot DJ Hot Day from Queensbridge. That's their first album, only album they ever dropped. Number 12, Terrorist Drugs, Always Business, Never Personal. Definitely probably my favorite rapper lot release. Number 11, Nice and Smooth, and a Damn Thing Changed. Number 10, Slick Rick, The Ruler's Back. Number 9, Ice-T, The OG Original Gangster. Number 8, Tim Dog's Penicillin on Wax. Number 7, DJ Quick, Quick is the Name. Number 6, Public Enemy, Apocalypse 91, one of my favorite Public Enemy albums. Number 5, Death Certificate. Number 4, Gangstar, Step in the Arena. Number 3, Tupac, Tupacalypse Now. Number 2, Cypress Hill, self-titled album. And number 1, the album everybody loves to hate, Niggas for Life, the NWA.
Nice, awesome.
Thank you.
So,
My list, number 20, MC Breed and DFC with self-titled album. 19, Tim Dog, Penicillin on Wax. 18, Digital Underground, Sons of the P. 17, Dub C and the Mad Circle, Ain't a Damn Thing Changed. 16, Compton's Most Wanted, Straight Checking Him. 15, Funky Homo Sapien, I Wish My Brother George Was Here. 14, Scarface with Mr. Scarface is Back. 13, DJ Quick with Quick is the Name. 12, Gangstar, Step in the Arena. 11, A Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory. Number 10, Tupac, Tupacalypse Now. Number 9, Organized Confusion with Organized Confusion. Number 8, Naughty by Nature, Naughty by Nature. Number 7, The Terrorists, Irish Strikes, Always Business, Never Personal. Number 6, Public Enemy, Apocalypse 91, The Enemy Strikes Black. Number 5, Ice-T, OG, Original Gangster. Number 4, NWA of Niggas for Life. Number 3, Ice Cube, Death Certificate. Number 2, Ghetto Boys, We Can't Be Stopped. And my number 1, Cypress Hill, Cypress Hill.
Great.
Dope list.
Thank you.
Dope list, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
oh yeah, we should do it like that. I said we should do it like that, but it is dope breaking them down. But it's far too long than I expected.
Right.
Even though we do crazy fucking hour shows, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, so maybe we should just do like one year episode. If that's the case, we break it down.
yeah.
If we do, Not sure if we do.
Yeah, I love the idea, but now I'm dreading it.
But
Oh, 99, yo.
Yeah, because like Mike's right. It's like by the time we get to like 94 or 95, like we'll be here for like 12 hours straight.
How you been, Ross?
Oh yeah, good. It was really fun. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
I'm probably gonna hop off now, but yeah, thanks for having me on, guys, as always.
In the future, Ross, we should go on PlayStation one day. In the future,
yeah, we should.
you play Sega Classics or something together, some shit like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Then I love to like play Street Fighter with you or something too. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I've never even tried share play before like that.
Yeah, my little brother do it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to everyone in the chat, and yeah, I'll see you guys all later.
All right. Take
All right,
care,
man.
Ross.
Thanks for joining, man.
No problem. Thank you.
This was fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
have fun
yeah.
with it.
I loved it. And it also gave me some ideas of other albums to check out from those years.
Oh yeah.
You know, like actually, like I said, like before, like I wasn't allowed to listen to gangster rap until I was like 13. So that's why I don't have Ice Cube album on my list.
But
You know, and
Why do you have it on your list, Reg? Trevor.
well, I wasn't allowed to listen to like gangster rap at that time. So like for me, gangster rap for me was my introduction to gangster rap was like the Chronic and the Predator. Like 92, 93. That was my introduction to gangster rap. You know what I mean? My list was a little bit different, and I purposely put different artists on my list because they never get mentioned anyway.
right.
Like Moni Love. Artists like that. Like Kid and Play. So
No doubt.
yeah, the only album, all of those albums I basically grew up listening to, except for Kid Frost. Like Kid Frost, I just put yesterday because that was the first time I listened to anything from him. So, and I liked it so much that I was like, this got to go on. It's contract, it's solid. But everything else I mostly had on cassette. I still got some of them on CD, but that's everything that I grew up listening to in 1990 and 1991.
Yeah, I enjoyed making this.
All had phenomenal lists for 91 too,
Yeah.
and 90.
But Trevor, I'm surprised you didn't mention Slick Rick Rule Is Back because I know you said that was your favorite album.
Well, my favorite from Slick Rick was the Great Adventures of Slick Rick.
Okay.
Yeah, like the Rule Is Back was good, but like Great Adventures of Slick Rick and the Art of Storytelling. Those are like my favorite two.
Okay.
And I got Art of Storytelling on my 99 list. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the albums on my list, those are like all the albums like I grew up listening to like every day. So I just, what I mean? Like I have different artists on there too,
Right.
So
I'm kind of the opposite. I kind of prefer the Rules Back over Greatest, the first album.
Right.
But the first album was dope though. But the second album, I even like Behind Bars, but I know a lot of people don't like that because he wasn't really there to promote the album because he was in jail. But it got some bangers. It's not as bad as people make it out to be.
Definitely, yeah.
Right.
I know I said it before, Stephen, but thanks for being the opening ear when we were off there. I appreciate that.
No doubt, man.
Seriously, because a lot of niggas don't give a fuck what I gotta say. They go, yeah. You actually talk to me, so much love to you. And Try Bro too.
Yeah, man. Of course.
I could relate. Mike, because it's kind of hard to talk to people nowadays. It's like,
man.
It's like kind of like their mentality. Nigga, what the fuck that got to do with me? I'm living life. I'm like, fuck you, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to be acting like that. We're fucking broken up. Like, deal with it, bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Like man can't have emotion and shit. Some bullshit.
Word. Like cock block. I'm about to get some pussy. You cock blocking over here. Like
Pretty much. Olivia in the building. What's good?
Olivia.
Right.
What it is.
So when are we doing the next episode?
For me, Steven, I'm down. I just gotta everyone's working schedule just gotta get around.
My
Yeah,
listeners,
know?
let me know.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, because like I said, I'm off for the rest of the night. I don't go into work until tomorrow, but tomorrow like 1 o'clock. So if any, I could just work on the rest of the list for the years, and by the time like we do the next episode, I'll be ready and stuff.
Hell yeah.
But fellas, I'm actually gonna log off because I'm about to I have to buy some like work pants and shit. So
all
All right, no doubt. Me and Shaw will hold it down.
Yeah.
no doubt. Chat, it's been real. Thank you for tuning in. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.
Later.
Peace, brother.
Peace.
Yeah, shout out to the flag.
I feel like for 92 and 93, I feel like that some of those albums got to get talked about though. Like there's so many classics for those 2 years.
I feel you.
When you got albums like The Chronic, Business Never Personal, The Predator, we got to talk about those in depth.
Hell yeah.
Like it would be a crime just to say like I will listen and that's it. We got to mention some of these albums and the impact it had on hip hop and even now.
It's kind of upsetting we had to do 91 like that, but
Right.
niggas heard me. Niggas know what I said. So.
Yeah, I mean, even some of the albums, like I had PM Dawn. I never hear nobody mention PM Dawn, and PM Dawn played to me they were like, they were way ahead of their time for that era because of like their religious views on things and life views on stuff. And yeah, man, I love PM Dawn's first album. It's solid, banging tracks. Like I'm not a religious person, so I don't like get into religion like that. But like for the stuff they're saying, it was dope.
I just didn't get into PM Dawn ever, but I respect your opinion.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, man, like solid album. It was dope.
Shout out to Cam Kids.
Yeah. Third Base, Derelicts of Dialect. Love that album.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man, this is fun.
Yes, definitely.
Michael C, what's goody?
What up?
I missed the chat for like an hour. I didn't see who was on this bitch.
Shit.
Yeah, shout out to Olivia for not being a fucking feminist bitch.
Yeah.
She keeps it real, unlike the other bitches out here.
Hard.
Don't call me female. I'm a woman.
Hey, you know what? Maybe we need to have Olivia on for the Women in Hip Hop show.
Yeah, if you're still there, you down for that, Olivia? See, Olivia, she listens to grimy gangster rap, yo. This bitch Wanya listens to what, man?
Man, I don't know.
Niggas and that's it.
I can't. I don't know. I can't condone all that. Don't call women females and all that shit. Like I ain't feeling that.
Nah, man, fuck that.
Contrary to belief, Americans are outspoken. They are straightforward with what they have to say.
Yeah, man, rest to be on the show. We didn't ask for a motherfucking lecture. I ain't follow that fucking shit. Fuck out of here. And I'll call you out. I don't give a fuck.
Crazy, man.
Me and Mitch was out on that show, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just sick of these motherfuckers acting like, you better than niggas and shit. Fuck out of here. We don't need you on our show. Fuck out of here. We need Olivia.
Word.
You dig? Queen Elizabeth, man.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
Hell yeah.
Wish she would come on the show. You know what I mean?
I know, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, Olivia. We kind of went through 1990. We broke every album down, but 91 we kind of just set our list. But you can actually, you know, hear the list is for Biggie. But yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Olivia, if you're out there, man, I heard this album. I know you know this album. I heard it way back. I got to revisit it. But Mac 10 based on a true story. You like that? Is that worth copping?
Yes. Banging album.
Because the pawn shop, they have that, and I have Tila Peace of Mind. You know,
Yeah.
and this pawn shop has nothing. So so for them to have that is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Can I pick that up?
Mac 10 first two albums were solid to me.
Oh, I love Mac 10's first. I have that. 95?
Yeah.
Chicken Hawk and all that shit? Hell yeah. West Coast
Definitely.
classic right there.
Yo.
Oh, man. Yes, Olivia said not as good as his first. Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah.
Because when I heard it way back, I liked it, but I didn't think it was as amazing as the 95 subtitles.
Right.
All from the Eye from 98. Jesus Christ. That's Mac 10 affiliates, man.
Yeah.
The niggas are nasty.
Gotta check them out.
That album goes for some bread.
I can imagine.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Comrades too, Olivia. Hell yeah, that Comrades album.
Word.
That's just dope. Got that shit downloaded because it's too much. Tony Jail and shit. Nah,
Yeah.
that's just banging. Hey, yo, Olivia, you busy? Yeah, Who Banging Records is Mac 10's label.
Yeah.
If you're Olivia, you're not busy. You can shoot the shit. You can just talk.
Hey, get on with us.
Yeah, man. We do the after show. We just talk bullshit.
We the first female on here. We ain't had no females yet on here.
No, man.
No, like they scared us.
I know. Shoot me an email. Make sure you have Google Chrome.
Yeah.
Get down or like Hangouts on your phone.
Yeah.
If you're not busy.
Like they scared to talk.
Hell, you gotta have the camera on. Shut it off.
Exactly. I told Elizabeth that, you know.
Yeah, man. We can shoot the shit. But hip hop.
They have to be on camera. Only if they don't want to.
Yeah, man.
You know.
We're for the No Limit episode, man. Just love to No Limit.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on 8 Ball and MJG in our lifetime? Dope album. I'm trying to get that. I gotta get that KRD.
I didn't have that one. I had the one on Bad Boy, The Living Legends. I had that one.
Yeah, I never even heard that shit.
I wasn't too far because it sounded like Puffy was trying to do some bullshit.
Yeah, listen to On the Outside Looking In. Listen to On Top of the World, of course.
Yeah.
Coming Out Hard in our lifetime is dope, man.
I'm gonna check that out.
8-Ball is dead nice on the mic, man.
Right.
That nigga said, I love head doctors, and I ain't talking about a psychiatrist. I'm talking about that lip grip, tighter than the gorilla fist.
Yeah.
That shit tight. And then his album Lost.
Yeah.
The album Lost is fucking crazy dope, man. 98.
Yeah. He always been nice. I remember that song he did on the first Violator album with Pun and Fat Joe.
The Heavyweights.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yes.
Killed it, man.
Pun caught a bite. What did Pun say? Hey, yo, fuck you. Fuck your whole crew for breathing.
Yeah.
Fuck your mother, your father, your kids for no reason. That's his fire.
Oh, yeah.
8-Ball got a song called My Homeboy's Girlfriend.
Yeah.
His homeboy's like a drug dealer, and his girlfriend like fucks him and shit, and he fucks her, and he feels bad about it and shit. Oh, that's so dope, man.
Wow.
Yeah, Lost is amazing. I love Lost.
Crazy.
1998. Yeah, that Dirt album, I'm telling you, man, that shit is ridiculous. Helter Skelter.
Right.
That's their best album punchline wise. Like lyrically,
Yeah.
Sean and Rock come so hard on that shit.
Yeah, I remember when that dropped.
Yeah, man. My nigga Adam, who lives in Florida, and I shout out to my white boy Adam. He had to take me to go get that because my shit was broke down at the time. He took me to go get that all the way in Dartmouth Mall, man. So shout out to him because that's out of print now too.
Oh shit, I know.
Yeah, man.
Damn, already?
Yeah, man. Olivia said I copped the Lost when it.
08 or something like that?
Say it again?
When did that come out? Like 07, 08?
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. I remember when it dropped.
Lyrically, it's their best. My personal, like, Nocturnal, my favorite.
Yeah.
But lyrically, Dirt, them niggas go so hard on that shit.
I gotta listen to that.
Yeah, Lost is dope, Olivia. I love that album. And, you know, ball reps for the fat niggas, you know what I mean?
Right.
Shout out to 8-Ball, man.
Definitely, yeah. And he did MJG, he came out with a solo album like 98, 97?
97, no more glorious and shit? No glory?
He had like the flag.
Yeah, I got that too.
I remember that album.
That's just dope.
Yeah.
Love 90s Southern hip hop.
Word.
Mr. Mike Wicked Ways.
Yeah.
That's Swab House too.
Right.
Nah, Olivia, I didn't hear the new YG. How is it? I heard it's fucking terrible. So many people.
Wow.
I hate
Crazy,
the fucking single, so I could imagine.
And that album cover, the album cover is suspect.
Yeah, man, it's like a gayer version of Tupac's
It's like,
Eliza.
with the dragon wearing like the vest like how Pac wore it on All Eyes on Me.
Yeah, man.
What he was Cisco? Like fuck is what's all that?
Word. He can't rap. YG used to be dope, man. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Olivia said she don't like it at all, man.
Yeah. I ain't gonna check it out then.
Only 2 tracks.
Still Brazy's my shit.
Hell yeah, man. I feel like Crip walking to that, well, Blood walking to that shit, I should say.
Yeah.
That shit's banging, man. G-Funk production.
Definitely.
Olivia said the song is whack.
That's how West Coast music should sound, man. You know?
Hell yeah. G Perico.
Yeah.
He that nigga.
Check them out, yeah.
To the left. All blue. Shit don't stop.
Yeah.
Nigga got a Jerry curl and shit. I'm telling you, his production is off the meat rack. Like, it's so fucking good.
I'm gonna definitely check him out.
Yeah. Oh shit! You got a new EP, Olivia? Olivia said Perico got a new EP coming this month.
Oh wow.
Hell yeah. What's up now? What is doing for the East? He's doing for the West.
All right.
What Griselda's doing for the East, he's doing for the West. No doubt about it.
That's what's up.
Man, it's almost going on 4 o'clock. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
A long show.
For
Golly.
real. For real. It would have been longer if we was doing, the 91 on this too.
I know. Glad we should have cut it short.
Yeah.
Some packages to open and shit, man.
Yeah.
I got this motherfucker in today. You can see that shit. I can't see that shit. C40 Charlie Hustle.
Or,
Like, I don't know where to put the tablet. It's like, it's so fucking low to my face. I don't know where to put it.
yeah.
Darren said y'all list was dope as fuck. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, man.
You like G-Dep, Child of the Ghetto?
Oh yeah, that was a dope album. It's unfortunate what happened with him. I thought he would have came out with more albums.
If I bodied a nigga in 1993, I would just say, fuck it. I know it sounds fucked up, but
Yeah. And I remember him talking about like when his baby mama was pregnant and like he had to walk to the hospital because he had no money for like the train or the bus.
that's sad, yo.
He walked mad blocks to the hospital.
God damn.
Yeah. And of course, being on Bad Boys, your career's gonna end short thanks to your boss.
Facts. This was popular in the early 2000s too, but you know what fashion I loved in the 90s?
Yeah.
Those fucking bubble vests.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like,
the polo.
the niggas rock that New Jersey Drive and shit.
Yeah.
I love those. I'm gonna get one of those shits. I seen one
Yeah.
at the store that I go to, for big niggas and shit. Yeah, man.
All face joints, and we had the first down joints back in the day. Yeah, definitely keep you warm.
Wear those bubble vests, some baggy jeans, some Timbs.
Yeah.
With a hoodie, like
Yeah.
that shit.
Yep. Definitely keep you warm, like November, December.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're only 4 hours away from y'all, so we jacked all y'all shit.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was telling Steven, I'm not spending one more summer without no AC.
Right. I feel you.
It's too crazy out here, kid.
I feel you. And we only in like the 80s and 90s. You remember like back in the day when it was like in the hundreds?
Yeah, man.
It's hotter than this.
For real. I guess my older crib when I was a kid growing up.
Yeah.
I didn't have an AC either, but I was much cooler then. I don't know.
Yeah. You remember the blackout we had like in what, 02, I think it was, 03?
Yeah, cause my best friend Ray is from New York, so I remember him telling me that.
Yeah. That blackout was crazy, man. Like for like the whole weekend we was out, we didn't have no power, we was going through a heat wave.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's no way to live.
Nothing. Only light we had was the moon. The light from the moon was shining down on the city. That's it.
That's horrendous.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
KRD says South Pole or Averex.
Averex.
Yes, definitely.
They had the best leather jackets back then. Them and Pele Pele.
Shout out to Shawn Michaels. He was rocking the Pele Pele in '95.
Yeah. I a South Pole. I had a South Pole sweater, but I wasn't really into like South Pole like that. It was more like Averex, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that nigga Dean Douglas?
Yeah.
They had a stupid gimmick.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
that's when Sean was rocking that Pele Pele when he forfeited the Intercontinental title.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
I seen on Wildin' Out. I seen ASAP Ferg with a Averex leather jacket.
Yeah, he definitely pays tribute to the '90s.
Yeah, that was a recent episode too. So that's like I'm like, damn, you got an Averex leather. I ain't seen those in forever.
And I ain't gonna lie, I do like some of Son's music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like him better as a franchise, Olivia.
Yeah.
Definitely ECW shit.
Yeah.
RP to Grandmaster 6A2 and Nikolai Volkov.
Word. RP to them. Legends.
Yeah, man.
They need to release a Nikolai box set.
Where not one of my favorite wrestlers,
Right.
but 85, 86, he was definitely known. You know what I mean? He was
Who was good
taking
as a
on
villain?
Hogan and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Then he got with that other Russian nigga, the Bolshevik.
Right. I remember them, the Bolsheviks.
What's that nigga name, son?
Shit, the ballhead nigga, I forgot his name.
The other nigga that was with Nikolai.
I forgot, yo. Like it's been forever.
Was it Ivan Koloff?
Ivan Cole, it might have been. 'Cause I know he was in WCW also.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Good
The
tag
niggas
team.
got jobbed out by the Hart Foundation WrestleMania 6
Yeah.
real fast.
Yeah. They a lot. Unfortunately, a lot of those tag teams, like the Killer Bees, they were jobbers too.
Yeah, man.
You know, they never like won the belts. You know,
WrestleMania 3, they took on Sheik and Nikolai.
like
That's my wrestling.
yeah, man.
I don't give a flying fuck about this new shit.
I still watch.
But the sad part is they got amazing talent. They just don't know how to work them.
Yeah, they don't know how to promote them.
NXT is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I agree.
NXT is the Griselda, the crime apple of wrestling.
Right.
And WWE's trap music. Like, I fucking hate that company, man.
Yeah.
They do nothing right.
Yep.
An amazing talent like Oscar getting used like shit.
Yeah. I think they need to get rid of Brock Lesnar. Like he needs to go.
Fuck yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because once he's gone, then it's like you're gonna really see who can become the next champion. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's in the way.
Imagine Stone Cold not defending the title in '98.
Mm-hmm.
Never would happen.
Crazy.
All right. I want to start my day, start opening packages and whatnot. No one's really talking in the chat, so
Yeah.
be back, yo. I'm gonna end it today. Don't know when we'll be back. We'll be back.
Right.
And if you want to hit me up on the phone after the show, try go right ahead, man.
All right. Cool.
All right, brother.
All right.
Thank you, chat.
Thanks, chat.
I will see y'all on the flip side. Peace.